3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a wonderful day of League of Legends. We got some CWL casting ahead of us, folks. It is going to be Majestic 9 Lives, love the name, versus Poro League, two powerhouses of the current CWL lineup. They are currently undefeated, going for that final third win to upgrade themselves in this Swiss stage. It's going to be an exciting matchup. I am joined today by Sandbag, who is going to be in charge of the color commenting for this first game. We're going to be doing some switching up tonight, having some fun. Sandbag, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. Fresh out the retirement home with the ARAM Mayhem. Gonna be here for some Summoner's Rift in this round 3. And as you said, pair of play-by-plays, pair of American accents. It's like kind of talking to a little bit of reflection, you know? We should be able to get this energy going pretty quick.
We're bringing CWL stateside, folks. Little red, white, and blue in here today. It is excited to happen, though. This game should be getting kicked off here shortly. And we got some big names to look at.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you're the one who's been able to see a couple of these games in here. What's drawing your eye first off the bat to kind of get people into this? Because you've got plenty. If you're sitting at 2-0, you got so much room here. Do you think we get something spicy? Do you think we get something with a little bit less insurance?
We get something spicy. I think the big thing to keep an eye on is definitely going to be the bot lanes for these teams. It's going to be Barry versus Khan. Khan having an unbelievable time, a little bit almost a Smurf-like in CWL. Seems to be running through some players. So I'm excited to see what they can do today. See if they can't keep that streak going. See if they can't make their team 3-0. But one of these teams are going to grab their first loss today. And I'm excited to see which one it is.
And for the rest of them, if you're able to get 3-0 and out, you get to sit back, you get to watch, and you don't have to reveal anything. That's the one thing. On one hand, sure, you want more games, you want more practice, you want to gel a little bit. But on the other, you get to hide everything. You get to keep you get this horrible barrier top lane Varus garbage that you see going on. All of these horrible niche picks, you get to keep them hidden and keep them in the pocket a little bit longer. That's a cozy place to be.
Absolutely, and I'm curious what these teams are going to pull out, especially with this new season. Still kind of fresh. You have a lot of these items that seem to be a little overpowered. Dusk and Dawn obviously coming to mind. So you're seeing a lot of these AP jungle picks like these Dianas and these Volibears. So I'm excited to see if these teams kind of take advantage of the current state of the game. Maybe a little uneven. It might take advantage of some of those items, some of those champions that seem to be doing really well right now.
You can throw Echo on that pile too, right? Dusk and Dawn abuser.
I am a personal Echo player. I try not to bring any attention to Echo being really good. I don't want him to be known. But yes, Echo is one of the best Dusk and Dawn abusers there is. As an Echo player, I'm trying to keep the secret hidden. Obviously, Sandbag, everyone else seems to know. Echo in an incredible spot for the first time in a long time. So if you are an Echo player like me, enjoy it while you can. But so many champions seem to be benefiting from that maybe somewhat broken item. I think a nerf should be coming down the line here in a second. But until it does, I say go crazy. See what you can do with it, by all means.
To the credit, it actually did get released. It's an adjustment. So you're off the hook a little bit. You've lost a little bit of your top end burst damage, but you get a little bit more HP and compensation as the adjustment coming through. So granted, Echo, not super happy because you always got that rewind, but on the board, it's not getting that much worse. So you still have that best in slot. The other thing I want to call out is Vandal Pipes. If you can build it with any sort of scrap of consistency, doesn't matter if you're a Tom Kench, you're a Zillion, you're a Braum, if you have a slow somewhere in your kit, pick it up.
Yeah, those support picks definitely benefiting from that. They are enjoying it. They tried to bring the jungle down a little in priority this last season, but support, it feels like, have jumped almost maybe to take their spot as the #1 benefit on a team, having a good support. But we'll see if these teams, these bot laners, maybe get their supports with Dodge Guys or Brahmi Bear in this game.
Absolutely. And then as we're just kind of stalling out, we're waiting on these guys to get themselves sorted out on this lobby. You're kind of a little bit more familiar with the assassins, right? You play yourself some Echo, you play something like that. But I want to draw your attention up into that top side. Uncapping levels, you have these rises, you have these Varuses. Range tops are, to the disgust of every top laner everywhere, becoming outrageous. So you got to keep an eye out for those, anything along those lines that really kind of draws your ire in particular.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. You actually mentioned the big one, the Rise and the Varus. I think when we heard about that level 20 top lane situation, we were all worried about, oh man, think about a level 20 Aatrox, a level 20 Gwen. but all of a sudden we're realizing that they're not necessarily the things to worry about. It is those level 20 Varuses, those Ryze, those level 20 Vaynes that go top lane that all of a sudden have this whole new level of damage that you haven't seen before. So definitely exciting to see that change. I personally love the changes in the game. Sandbag, how do you feel about it? You excited about these changes? You think they're you wish that Otacon was still around to kill, or you like that he's gone?
That's exactly where I was gonna head first. Otacon, I miss him so much. The amount of times you can empathize as a play-by-play. You look at the top of your screen, you see a 13,000 gold deficit, and you go, well, how am I supposed to keep this hype? And then you see the demon spawn, and you know there is a non-zero chance they will just get aced because they're hitting Otacon like an absolute melon. That brought me so much joy. And there are some kind of rough edges. As you said, the level cap is a bit silly. I think Ryze in general, pop an actualizer and just exploding everyone's a bit silly. But the turret changes. Being able to actually play around that crystalline overgrowth, playing around that first auto, makes you able to pull these sides and you're not just sat there hoping that something happens with every dragon. You actually have things to play for and play for these plates, and it incentivizes a little bit more action and not just the 5 minutes of doom between everyone fist fight on the mountain drake, sit there for 5 minutes, everyone fist fight on the cloud drake, sit there for 5 more minutes. You get a little bit more kind of ebb and flow to the game, which I'm a big fan of.
Absolutely. Yes. I love these turret plates. I love the fact that every turret has the turret plates now. You're able to win that early game before you get those 5 turret plates, and then you're kind of stuck. Now, what do? Do I go try to push an entire second turret? Now you have some more turret plates to get, so those split pushers that are able to win their lane solidly, especially the top laners that seem to be able to kind of just really kick butt in that top lane early. Now they're rewarded from it a little bit more. They don't feel like they're on such an island. They don't feel like they don't have as much impact in the game. Now they're able to get a ton of gold, plus that level 20 top laners, I think, are probably enjoying this new buff, I'm thinking, especially if they are any good at these 1v1s and these split pushes.
Yeah, so able to link up with their team. So you can play out, you can play in, play around these AD carries with their item slots. It feels like a whole new world's opened up. You're able to not just group up around these objectives, and you can kind of play through these multiple different styles. And I also kind of want to go through and walk a little bit through these champions in the pool, because there's also, we're touching on the really egregious ones, Dusk and Dawn notwithstanding, Battle Pipes notwithstanding. It's the ideas of what your junglers are looking like, because for a while it felt like it was AD bruisers. You know, you were Jin locked, or sorry, Xin locked, you were J4 locked, Wukong, all of these AD fighters because they were the only ones resilient enough. Now you have that AP sticking out, you have the Brand starting to creep in, you have the Lily, you have these AP threats that also give the ability to play the AD mids, where those boots and those empowered recalls get you out to those sides a little bit quicker.
Oh, absolutely. These empowered recalls and the home guard. I absolutely love it. Using to have to take teleport every single game as a mid laner in fear of losing one of those lanes and just getting absolutely put behind. But these home guards, absolutely amazing. Maybe a little bit strong, especially for the top laners that are able to get a free teleport. Absolutely insane. We got ourselves a little bug on Riot End. I know this most recent patch might have been a little screwy with the client. I've been having client issues myself. I'm sure you guys are in the same situation. But back to the changes, like you said, these new item changes, and especially these ADCs getting that free boot. Man, I'm a mid laner. I want that. I want a 7th item. Let me get free boots and an item. That just seems like so much fun. But ADCs are the only one that seem to enjoy that, and they are just becoming stronger and stronger. Riot really giving them that preferential treatment to all those AD players.
It's also worth noting, while we're on the topic of the ADs, crit change. Full 200% on those crits. They're actually that little notch up. So when you have those, that not only did you get an extra item slot stuck in there, but you also got that bump to all your damage. So those hyper carries that are running around, I've seen Sivers in places that I've never seen a Siver before. Every single time they have the ability to cut down those front lines in Free Fire, I've seen these Sivers, the Varuses that we mentioned. A little bit more weight falls onto those AD carry shoulders that you called out early. Khan, Barry. You get set behind as an AD, you kind of stay behind as an AD in this game. The damage
that's
is really
the rough
starting to
one
ramp.
for sure. Well, we'll see if Khan can be up for the task. I think he can. I'm expecting big things from the player. And also, I know we've been touching on mid lane. It is my most comfortable role. We got Regod versus Milio. I am curious what champions they're going to decide to bring out to the Rift, whether they want to bring those assassins like I like to see in mid lane. They might pull out those casters. I know Wei is one of my favorites. He kind of seems to be in a rough place right now. And here we go. Actually, as I say that, we are starting up our picks and bans, folks.
Absolutely. Thank you for your patience as we got through a little bit of Riot shenanigans. Game 1 Gremlins. They are eternal. Doesn't matter what patch we're in the year 2016 or 2026. Game 1 Gremlins will be here. But as we walk through these bans, Lucian, Corki, gonna be the first two off the table.
Yep, and then as you see, they're going to follow it up with those mid laners with Syndra and Nefiri. Nefiri may be more of a jungler at this point. I still think of her as a mid laner from when she first came out, but definitely more of a jungler. And then also the Volibear ban, as we said, so strong at the moment. The tankiness, the Dusk and Dawn ability, it's just really, really a rough champion to go against, either top or jungle.
Yep, we try and knock some more of those clicks on through. That Aatrox, remember, jungle with that sweet spot getting changed. Again, flexibility being taken away. It does mean stuff like the Nico is available, stuff like the Sivir is available, who have become these plug and play. Orianna, another one of those. You're never upset to have one, so you may as well grab it up pretty early.
Yeah, very safe early pick. Orianna actually played in the pro leagues for that very reason. Just a very safe, really good team fighter with that shockwave, with those abilities. And then team number 2 grabbing out Yanara, looks like, as their ADC. So I do like Yanara. It takes a little while for her to get going, but once she does, incredible champion, especially in that late game. So that seems to be Barry's answer to Khan. And a little bit of help from the Jarvan. It looks like the AD Bruisers aren't quite done in the jungle just yet.
Oh, there we go. Swapped on over a little bit.
And as I say that, proven wrong instantly. The caster curse is true even for picks and bans, folks. And Sejuani gets selected.
Sedge, a little bit more reliable, a little bit more durable to try and, as you said, Yanara, slow off the line, very high on the top end if she's able to get going and start stacking up those crits. So I expect some sort of tank busting on the other side, some sort of an answer to it. Ornn, again, very stable. You know what you're getting when that one gets locked in. The Jhin would surprise me, though, because then you're very reliant on getting ahead of the curve to kind of keep this punch on through. I would expect a lot more. The Sivir would be a lot more in my favor, and I'm a big fan of that one because you're guaranteed to just hit the board enough times. Everyone else is going to take vibe damage at that point.
Yeah, Sivir, a great pick, but interesting call there by Majestic to go that top lane, mid lane early. To usually you see top lanes being settled to the last pick, and mid lane also kind of usually gets last pick. A lot of times you see that ADC support or ADC jungle, like it looks like Poro did. But they grab out their top laner early. They're confident in that Ornn pick, even if he gets countered. So I'm excited to see that. And speaking of a nasty matchup, Akali, I believe, on the board. One of my least favorite mid laners to go against. Orianna's gonna have a little trouble against that.
She is. That is a pretty well-known counter pick. You hold on, you wait till level 6, you pick up your first item, and if that flashes down, the Orianna's going down with it.
Yeah, and these champions, especially assassins, are benefiting so much from this home guard being able to take Ignite again, essentially without any too much repercussion. A lot of times without that teleport, if you get sent behind early, if you get damage early, you're kind of out of the game. This way, you're able to get back to lane, pick up that CS again. So great stuff there. Home guard really enjoyed by these assassins mid lane.
This would be disgusting. I can never advocate for it. Fiora, another nasty matchup into the Ornn. I'm okay with just having a normal bad matchup for an Ornn. As an Ornn enthusiast myself, I'm okay with a normal bad matchup, but with the nerf of Doran Shield, the nerf of Second Wind, you can't even play the game into these 80 carries up there. And Mundo, that's a brick wall. That's immovable force versus immovable force. You kind of just get what you get between those two.
And they are going to bring Mundo. Mundo goes where he pleases has been a common phrase for the last few months, the last few years, maybe, and it seems to be accurate, especially now. Champion gets so tanky, and team number Majestic, not without tanks themselves, though. I mean, Ornn, Trundle, Nautilus, very large health pools there on the team.
That being said, you do also have that Subjugate, so you're always able to decide who you've decided to shred. Trundle, classic counter in Sejuani, when she still has that Arctic passive on, and she has the Aftershock a lot of times. You get that Subjugate off. MR, armor at an all-time low if you were able to get those through. And looking for the enchanter pairing is going to be Seraphine paired up with this Yunara. So electing not to go for the durable side that was banning outright, the Rel, the Braum, electing to say, okay, if our S tier of this durable side is off the board, we'll just elect to move over to this enchanter.
Absolutely. And enchanters, such a good job. And I like to say that enchanters can make a good ADC a great ADC. However, they cannot make a bad ADC a good ADC. So as long as your ADC is at least solid, they definitely boost you up. They don't necessarily carry the game like some other supports do, but they just can help out a solid ADC, show off their skills so well. And Yunara is definitely one of those champions that can show off some serious skill potential. Going up against a tough matchup in Khan, though. We talked about it earlier. Khan, such a good ADC. They got their work cut out for him for sure.
They do. And it's also, look at the health pools that you touched on in this game. You're going to have to be Sivir and Yunara to get through these. We got Orns and Trundles and Nautilus and Mundo and Sejuani. Normally, when you have half of that number, you're still saying, you know, Jin's pretty tough here. We can't get through his front line. It's pretty resilient. And then they just doubled it up. They've got the entire top side very beefy, so you're not really, as an Akali, liking your chances with point-and-click CC unless you can isolate. You want to get that lead, and you want to pull them apart, pull to these side lanes, because straight up 5v5, it's going to be tough to even do your job, let alone exceed expectations.
Absolutely no. She has two big targets, I believe, in the Sivir and the Orianna. The Akali does, trying to find her assassin marks. But that's why assassin just a little bit tough to play sometimes. Tanks, very popular right now. Bruiser's very popular right now. Akali, one of those assassins that does have a sneaky amount of damage. She is played top for that very reason. She is able to take on some of these tanks in 1v1 fights. But it requires a lot of skill. It requires really good timing. It sort of is a you have to get everything right. They just need one thing to go wrong for you to get that victory against you. But we're gonna see what Milio can do with that Akali pick and see how they pilot that champion.
Yeah, I'm very much gonna look to this mid lane, especially at that level 6 spike, because bot lane, yeah, you're a Nautilus, you're gonna try and find your engages, but I think mid's gonna be the spike. You're gonna live and you're gonna die by this Akali, because either you're a 1 carry threat versus 3 meatballs, or you're a 1 carry threat and enemy backline is reduced to atoms. All the beat in the world doesn't work if you don't have anything of that dish to join it. So what's your expectations? You are able to join in on this one, right? Twitch prediction is live. Callie, what are you thinking on this one? Are you leaning either way, or are you just straight up flipping the coin?
No, I am leaning towards Meowjestic 9 Lives. Maybe it's a little because I love their name, but it's also just because of the confidence I have in this bot lane. I love the Nautilus Sivir pick. I think it's going to be really strong. Seraphine, like one of those things, Seraphine's got to do everything right. Nautilus just needs one thing to go wrong, it feels like, to get that pick, to start that fight. So I'm excited to see this matchup. Orianna, love having Orianna on the field as well. One of the champions that can stay alive against Akali, can play safe. We're going to see what just happens with that. But I'm excited to see it. I am guessing Meowjestic. What about you, Sandbag? Who's your team this game?
I'm going to actually take the inverse of that. I'm going to put some faith. I'm going to put some faith on the other side and say this Akali is able to get out of control. Because in a world where your team is surging forwards and your team is trying to play off of their front line, like you said, that Orianna is going to be a linchpin, and that is going to be a huge critical point. And that critical point can explode. You don't got a spell shield, you don't got a dash, you don't have the ability. That flash timer is going to tell you more about that game. If it stays up for the consistency of these team fights, that's going to tell you more about the game than the gold lead is.
Absolutely.
Orianna flash, make or break.
For sure. And we are going to see exactly what happens when we come back, folks. We are going to go on a quick break. When we come back, it is game time. Game number 1 of this epic best of 3 underway. We will see you in a second.
Okay, we're out.
soldiers away from frontline, and here comes Crowning Light. He's going to keep him alive for now, but the DPS onto the Nexus is just too much. Like more, it's going to drop. Captain Dodger saves the game.
Oh, it is so on.
And now Baron, low HP, Super Mega Dash Rocket doesn't steal it, but a Ruben is going to smite that one away from Twisted Glory. On the rush after slaying down Lupingo, but the E-Flash from God of Axe is going to find them all.
We get claimed by the Elder Buff, but that is going to be a kill. A good bomb comes out from Wobble Bonk and backline.
But now Fluffy Vixen has arrived. They've stalled long enough, and the needlework will just cut through all the members of Kuchili Pride.
It is time. CWL is upon us. These two powerhouses, they are ready to go, ready to rock the riff. Opening cinematic coming in here now. And I am so excited to get this show on the road, to get this Rumble on the Rift started. And the teams are out. Here we go.
It is hype. Undefeated teams in these series are looking to punch their ticket into that next round. But as you said, someone's walking home with an L today, and neither one wants to be the one to do it. So we got ourselves a little bit of a 5-point start, and it's the adjustment to make. We don't got that 2 minutes to stall and set tempo. We're going to be straight up fighting here, Milo.
And absolutely, you can see Trundle going in early against that Sedge, trying to get some poke in, trying to put down that early ward with these new minion spawn timers. Not a lot of invades as there used to be. So just trying to put down some vision and get early information for your team.
You have match starts between these two junglers, right? Miklu, Jibhutsky, they both have their ability to clear down towards this bot lane. And surprisingly enough, Nautilus is actually the one who's able to get position and find the push out early.
Yeah, and you can see Nautilus securing that little mid bush with some vision. Going to look for a hook right now. Dodge guys, blue team going to get level 2 first here. After this next thing, a great long hook by Dodge guy. Gets it onto Barry. He has to run back under tower. Only level 1 on each team, though, so not a lot of punishment. Health bar drops down to about 50%.
But somehow Khan's able to get push, basically 1v2. Nautilus walked in, S-keyed. That was his contribution. He just posted up in the brush, and somehow the Sivir was enough to get that through. And yes, it is only a half a chunk, but at the same time, you get the bounce, and you're more than happy for this early lane.
Yeah, and Sivir is so good at poking under tower that has such a strong pushing champion, especially the first couple levels. Sivir really able to take that advantage in most lanes. Nautilus just helping out here. And you can see Khan with that early game advantage already has a CS advantage, forcing Barry to miss some minions under tower. So good start by the blue team here, bot lane.
Yeah, so you have solo lanes just expected to just keep whittling away at one another. Mundo, a resourceless champion, is likely to be able to find a couple of trades here. Nice little Bellows Breath up the top, but it's going to be mana bar versus health bar up in the top lane. And meanwhile, Milo, you're going to pay with your health bar for every one of those creeps.
Absolutely. And speaking of Milo, finds a good Assassin's Mark and to land it onto the Orianna. Still on the trade. Orianna has that trade potential, especially with Phase Rush. Able to quickly proc the Phase Rush and just auto you as you run away. Every time you go against her as an assassin, it seems like even when you get a good trade, it's a bad trade.
Meanwhile, that very first plate already grabbed up for Sivir. Push, push, push. You'd think the Mundo is the one to be opting into that strategy, but here it is with the bot lane from Majestic currently working their way through that.
And as you can see, still a lane. Great job by the Akali. Going to throw down her Shroud. Has the 5-point Shuriken. Going to hit the Assassin's Mark 2 under tower. Raygod sees the Sedge coming. Has to back off. But good CS by the Orianna. One of those champions that can play safe. Still get the minions from far away. And Miklu coming in to possibly help out. It looks like the red team waiting in the bush. Seeing how aggressive this Trundle wants to be. Trundle, Spidey senses tingling. Backs up. Does not want to face check that bush.
Yep, nice little Shuriken flip being held for that Akali means you're never really in any threat. The pillar is more superfluous as bot lane.
And that is a great play there by this Seraphine. She's going to land a slow onto Khan. Khan health bar looking low. Barry on the chase right now. Hits a slow himself. Still on the chase. Some auto attacks coming into this Nautilus. Does he have a hook to get back to tower? Already used it earlier. He gets back to safety though. No damage done. Trundle coming to join the fight. Looks like the Seraphine very low in health. Great pillar by the Trundle. Going to stop them from backing up. Has some damage here. The flash is going to be used. Seraphine tries to find a stun. Gets her ADC to safety herself as well. The red team, they might have to think about it back here.
And look at those sums. Like blood to sharks, sums are to junglers. Brammy Bear, ST Berry, burning all 4 on top of the Nautilus's pair. But what it means is Sivir just controls. She's got her flash, she's got her ghost, she has the ability to get her push out. Colbot, she is flourishing in her lane, moisturized. This is what you want to be as a hyper carry.
Absolutely. Sivir looking fantastic. You guys see Mundo up top. He's currently farming in. Ornn going to use that teleport. He is going to still take teleport even with home guard. So he grabs his teleport, heads top side. Doesn't want to get too far behind on CS. Mundo, one of the worst champions to fall behind with. And you'd like to see a little bit more aggression here in the top side. You really want to try to find a kill on Mundo early. You let him free farm. It becomes a nightmare later on in the game.
That being said, Ornn really just doesn't have the tools. Your Bellows Breath is the only thing that really matters when it comes to damaging other tanks, and Mundo's never going to give it to you. You just can sit there, pepper you with cleavers over and over again. These shuriken flips are connecting consistently. Fair play.
Absolutely. Great job there by the Kali, throwing down the Shroud to get out. Does have her ultimate ready to go. Might think about going for it. Does not have Ignite. Both players with Flash in the mid lane. Milio looking for the opening. I am sure Raygod is ready for it.
And a lot of TPs was something we didn't get to touch on thanks to the very early skirmish in that river. Every solo laner has opted in to pick one up, even the top laners who are typically electing for combat subs. So the macro might get a little bit all over the place with people left, right, and center in this kind of mid to late game transition.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little bit surprised to see both the mid laners go with it. I'm not surprised to see the Orianna, but Akali definitely benefits from Ignite so much, but opted not to try for it this time. Maybe thought she wasn't going to go for that solo kill against the Orianna anytime soon.
And a lot of jungler attention, but it's mostly just for tempo. Milo continuously able to push out, recall, and use that home guard that you mentioned earlier, but every time that you show, you give information, and information translates to a lizard start down on the spot side.
Absolutely. That's going to be first Drake over here to the blue team. Majestic going to pick up their first one. No contestation by Sedge all the way in top lane. Meanwhile, Mundo and Ornn going at it a little bit here top side. Some more punch face as expected, but I don't think either of us are expecting a solo kill here top lane. Definitely going to need help from their junglers. As I say that, good play by the Ornn is going in. Nice dive. Cannot find the knock up.
Nah, it's never lethal. When he has that passive up with the as goes where he pleases, absolutely no way. However, he still has maximum overdose, so I'm surprised Munch is letting him freeze. You can just walk at him, pop that ultimate, use your health bar as a resource, and try and get this crashed in, because otherwise you're in a little bit of an exposed situation, not the most information in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Does have a deep ward with that Scuttle Crab, it looks like, to catch the Trundle out. But as we say that, Trundle making his way topside. Can he find a good pillar? Here comes the call of the Forge God. Trundle comes in as well. They're going to pop a pillar. Trundle throws in the Subjugate. Mundo looking low, and that's going to be first blood over to the Ornn. And Mundo goes down. Ego feeling good, picks up a kill. And blue team, Majestic on the board.
What happens when you let him keep that wave at such an awkward spot, right? 1/3 of the way up the lane, he doesn't have the information that he needs and just goes down. So Ornn, he's cozy. There's a pair of Coles for both of Majestic. Top sides, side lanes, they're just chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, Ego going to even up that CS as well, a little behind. Great kill right there. Great first blood. Here we see the replay. The call of the Forge God absolutely nailing it. Perfect pillar placement. Forces the Mundo to go the long way around towards the tower. And just a fantastic play by M9L.
And when you have no flash, Ghost is great, but that pillar becomes all the more valuable when you can't cross the terrain. We might look for a little bit of a fight here. Mundo first on rotation.
Yeah, we got 4 red team members closing in. Great job there. The Sejuani going to throw in the Glacial Prison. The Seraphine throws in an Encore as well. Good job. She hits 3 of them. Milku's looking low. The Assassin's Mark onto the back line. Akali cannot get down the Trundle. The Nautilus looking low. The Sejuani takes him down. It looks like the Ornn now in danger, surrounded by 4 red team members. 2 of them have made it back to the tower. The Ornn is left alone. The Mundo gets the kill. And red team find that top lane kill right back. 2-1. They take themselves the kill lead. They take the goal lead. And it looks like they might get themselves a free objective.
Miklu made him work for it. A little bit of footwork. Bot lane. Sivir picks up the kill on the over ambition from Barry. You hate to see it. Grubs go down in the meantime, and there's a lot to unpack here, Cal.
Yeah, absolutely. Out of nowhere, didn't even notice the Barry was going that deep into the bot lane. Sivir obviously punishing him, killing Barry in between the tier 2 towers. So Sivir picks up their first kill, and it's going to be a solo kill, and the CS lead is still looking great here. As expected, Khan having a phenomenal game.
Yep, 20 CS up, extra kill. Sivir is absolutely roaring their way along, and in the mid lane, it's an Echo, right? It is 90 CS, 71, another 20 CS lead in the mid lane. You expect that one ranged into melee, but 2KP is able to get a little bit of activity going on. Gold, you basically can't split them at this point in time, but it means that Sivir is absolutely the one to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Akali would have loved to get some of those kills. She will take the 2 kill participation, but Orianna just not missing a lick of CS this game. You love to see it. And it's going to be very difficult, Akali, without some items to really get a kill here, especially when Orianna is starting to find so much gold, starting to get some damaging items, maybe even some health items as well, to keep herself safe from these Akali dives.
Yeah, you'd like one sooner rather than later. If you're Akali, you're still got plenty of runway. You're not running out of road just yet, but as these items start to come in and you start to build up that first kind of pair of items, especially that level 11, that's where you're looking to really make your mark. Because at the moment, that was a QW, and you're down to 2/3 HP. There's going to be a lot of that in your future with that chapter complete.
Absolutely, yeah. Lost chapter complete, but no tier or anything, so no going for Archangels or anything else at the moment. No Catalyst, so doesn't have any of those extra health items. Seems to be going Glass Cannon Orianna, at least at the start. We'll see if she changes up that build as the game goes on.
I mean, I expect that considering you've got a Dark Seal. That shows the kind of player that Regot is. There's a seal in there. They're sitting on 0-0-0, and they still have the ability to start stacking that up. So, again, mid lane focus. The bot lanes are significantly more slanted than I thought they'd be. Seraphine has really not been able to impose her will in terms of bullying the Nautilus. That being said, we have had the Trundle show face a couple times. We might have a 3v3. Meanwhile, top side, Mundo
gets a solo kill against the Ornn. We missed the damage, but now the Mundo sitting here at the tower, going to get some plates for himself. We have a lot of players bot lane, though, looking for a fight. You got Sejuani waiting in this bush very patiently. Been here for a minute now. Milku going to see, maybe catch them out. They are going to get some vision. The Ornn, the Nautilus is going to get slowed by Seraphine. Decent play there, just throwing in the poke. Neither team fully engaging, it looks like. Sejuani does have the Glacial Prison ready to go if she wants to use it. They're going to go onto the Nautilus. Nautilus uses the hook to get out. Finds himself in the bush. The depth charge onto Barry. Some decent damage there. Sivir's going to throw it in. Dodge guy looking low right now. The red team still on the chase. Trundle coming in to help out. Akali dives in, has the Assassin's Mark, lands onto the back line. Trundle looking low. Lipstick and Jabitsku is there. The Sejuani finds the kill. Akali gets a double and a massive pushback by Ornn. It's not going to be enough. The red team already found their kills. Akali finds the play they're looking for, and Milo on the board with 2. Nice double kill there.
That's what you're picking Akali for. You get into these 3v3s, you get into these scrappy river fights. Not only do you pick up a pair of kills, you also get that Drake on top of it. And one more look, it's Doge Guy already popping ult, and remember, you have no ult on this Ornn. If they're all lined up and they're able to stack up as that Call of the Forge God comes through, it's a very different story, but Encore flies through, front to back is tidy, and just like that, remember how I was hoping for a pair of kills for the team I was quietly cheering on from the prediction? That is Hextech Gunblade, my beloved old item returns, and Milo just got scary.
Absolutely. 2 massive kills there for the mid laner. This Orianna is a little bit of trouble without a finished item herself. Gonna look to back right now, maybe finish it. Meanwhile, Sivir picking up some plates here. 118 CS, the kill on the board already for Khan. Sivir looking good, and she is only going to get bigger as this game go on. Yonara, not a bad scaler herself, though, so not too worried about getting outscaled as long as she can keep up in the CS, maybe get some kills under her belt.
No, not at all. You're still very comfy as you see that gold flip over. Even with a little bit of contribution from that scrap, it's still a nice little gold lead. Right in that 600 gold for the bot lane, but mid, 500 gold flipped the other way, despite the CS starting to skew. So right now, Mundo and Akali, those are your solo lanes, and that's where you're really looking to twist the dagger, because this game is still absolutely in contention.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, you do not want to see this Mundo get ahead, and it looks like he is already way ahead. The blue team, Majestic, definitely have their work cut out for them. going against this super fed Mundo and Akali. Going to be able to get some kills, but as you said at the beginning of the game, not a ton of great targets for the Akali. Did find some damage there against Trundle. Trundle can build against that, can definitely beat that out. It's really going to be the Orianna and the Sivir that she's going to be looking for, and Sivir with that spell shield makes it a little bit difficult to kill her as an assassin.
It's Regod. It really is just Regod. That's the one that you're looking to try and force things from, whether that is an ult, whether that is a flash, anything that you're spending on the Akali is we're gonna have Doge Guy flashing out, Barry popping the Ghost, losing about 2/3 of their HP, and I don't expect a dive to stick here quite yet. You're just gonna bail out if they are wise,
and here we go.
Move on out.
Akali instantly is going to get exhausted. Great play there, but they still have the damage. Nautilus sacrificed himself to get the Sivir out of there. Good stun on the Akali mid. Ulti, wait a second. Yanara gets a little too greedy. It's an easy play for Khan, sees the opportunity and takes it. Quick kill for the ADC. Sivir picks one up.
Heads up play from Sivir, but Barry gets the heal from their support trying to save him. Flashes despite the tower shot and auto in the air. That is a complete momentum killer, and they're looking to double up here. And support flashes out too. Ooh, Poro's gonna want that one back.
Absolutely, and great pillar there by the Trundle, forcing the Seraphine flash out. A lot of damage, instantly dumps into it. Speaking of damage, Ornn once again fighting this Mundo. Surprisingly, we have seen a solo kill each side right now, or at least a kill from each of them. Are we going to get a second one? Nautilus currently topside. Mundo pretty shoved in without vision. Nautilus making his way over here. Mundo just getting so much healing.
Yeah.
As he walks back.
When you see 3-digit numbers flashing above their head and they aren't stopping, plus 74, 74, 74, 74, yeah, no. As a Nautilus Ornn combination, that's a tough one to stick.
Yeah, don't know they out-healed that. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Even without ultimate, Mundo just quickly, completely heals up like he's back in Fountain. And here we go, another fight happening, possibly mid. Milku looking for the play, a great hook there by Deep Guy, but he's going to get hit by the Encore. And Nautilus, a little too aggressive, didn't have the backup. Barry takes him down. And that is going to be 7-3 for the Poro. They are looking good here heading into the mid-game.
You can feel a little bit of momentum. Support feels like they need to make a play. The pillar combination, it's not going to happen. However, Ornn trying to double up.
Just barely missing that call of the Forge God. They blue team going back to tower. Red team looking at a Rift Herald right now. Not a lot of contestation. Trundle, he's going to get rid of some vision. Thinking about going in to stop this. Sivir and Nautilus are here, but Mundo has a pincer move if he wants to move up right now. The Trundle is going to go for the engage right here. Has the Sejuani. Big stun there by Bramby Bear. The Seraphine looking low, though. Sivir finds the kill. Down goes the support. Munch has joined the fight. The Mundo looking big. Yanara takes down the ADC. The Red team have the advantage now. Yanara is still alive. Has transcend oneself. It looks like the Orianna takes down the Mundo. Sejuani dive in looking for the stun onto Ornn. A big CC chain onto the Ornn. Barry still throwing in a lot of auto attacks. Cannot find enough damage to take down that tank, but the Red team get a few kills. They walk away happy with that one. 3-2 right there in the kill department.
Perfect execution across two was the difference maker in that fight. As we're gonna get a second look thanks to this replay. Eyes on Milo. When Akali's able to TP in from that mid lane, Regod can't slow him in time, and here comes the Akali. R1, Q, flip over, R2, and that pop ends up being the difference maker, because otherwise that stall goes on forever. He's a brick wall at this point in time. Barry just peppering him over and over, nothing really happening. But if you don't get that R2 off, that fight looks quite different, and now you have a huge investment on mid. 5-0-2. Orianna is looking for her AoEs, and Milo's just not giving her a thing.
Yeah, this Akali, she needed to get fed to do anything against this very difficult comp she's facing, and she did exactly that. Having a great game, able to do that damage. We talked about that surprisingly big damage even against tanks for Akali, especially when she is this fed. So great here, great play by Poro. Great job by Milo in the mid lane. Really taking over this game, it looks like, and it is just so much fun when Akali takes over a game. Such an expressive and fun champion to watch.
That being said, there are still a lot of eggs in the con basket. For Meowjestic, they may be down 1 or 2, but they've still got plenty of those lives left. His guild lead is only around that 2.5k. You still have a huge hyper carry if you're able to keep them up. It's going to be a matter of stuffing that first engage, and we've already seen Doge is pretty quick on that exhaust. So if you're able to catch that engage with an exhaust, Milo's ankles are just going to be absolutely mush.
And speaking of Milo, heading over to that rift just to get a quick peek at it, see what the blue team was doing. Blue team get a quick secure. And no big fights breaking out here. Both teams waiting for some objectives, waiting for a push. As I say that, Milo might be in trouble. Milku is here without any vision on him. It's going to be a 2v1. Trundle going in with the Orianna, trying to look for that play maybe. They do have some decent vision. There it is. Immediately throws in the ult, throws in the Shroud as well. Sejuani coming in to help, is going to dive in. They find the play. A great shuriken flip onto the Trundle. He's going to pop the pillar. It looks like he activates the subjugate, but it's going to be on Sedge, not on Akali. They go under tower, and Trundle, just with the aggressive play, finds the kill. Akali has to sit there and watch. The Encore is only going to land onto one. Bramby Bear finds the Trundle. His ultimate is down. Quick kill for the Mundo. Consolation prize. Very aggressive play by the Majestic jungler. Gets himself a kill. Dies in the process. It's a 1-for-1.
Honestly, that's worth. If Miklo is able to get in there and start getting some gold, shut down what was becoming a bit of a juggernaut. Yeah, sure, it is on this Sejuani, so you're not able to get much, but to get a 1-for-1 in a play that swung the opposite direction, you're not going to be too upset with it.
Yeah, once Sedge came and joined the fight, I thought for sure it was a disaster for Majestic, but they ended up coming out with that kill. Walk away with a quick death. Already Trundle back on the field, and Mundo starting to go where he pleases. Under tower, just fighting this Orianna like it is nothing. Walks away, gets all that health back almost instantly.
Doji is coming though, and they actually might find a 3-man collapse. He has no ghost, but the ult is available if they want to try and stall him out.
But Khan not going to go and help this fight. I thought maybe the Sivir was going to come help. They might need their ADC to take down the Mundo. They might not. Shockwave is going to be used. Mundo going to pop the maximum dosage. A lot of healing. The red team coming to help. A glacial prison by the Sedge is going to keep the blue team stunned. And Yanara comes in to take down the Nautilus. Trundle goes down as well. And now the Orianna is stuck in a bad position, getting chased by a Mundo and a Sedge. That is so much CC, so much damage. Munch takes it down. And Sivir in the mid lane, it definitely needed to participate in that kill, that fight early to help get that early kill. Munch,
bring him down. They dumped everything. They threw Shockwave. They threw Dredge Line. They hit him with everything they had, and Mundo held pop dosage, and they were just out of gas. Like down to 1/3, pops it, Dredge Line. Then he pops up in the air with the ultimate, and by that time, here comes the cavalry. Line him up, knock him down. Simple as that.
and the red team with such a quick response to that play. I thought for sure the Sivir was going to get there first, but they actually beat her there. And great job by the red team and Mundo. Hopefully Meowjestic realizing they're going to need their Sivir if they hope to take this Mundo down.
And as we were on replay and we were witnessing Munch doing horrible things, as we go back to live and Mundo doing horrible things, and I don't expect him to be able to make it out of this one, that is one Baron down and critically on the side laners. That's a bigger stuff than it actually looks on paper.
Yeah, great job there. Khan is able to take down that big tank, starting to do some serious damage. As we say that, though, Akali looking for her mark right there. Sivir, definitely one of them. A little bit harder to take down than the Orianna, but still definitely doable for a 5-0 Akali.
5-0-3. She's able to buy her second item, Shadow Flame complete. Anyone she sets sights on in a straight up hands check just withers. Absolutely withers underneath that damage. And with that Baron, you're really looking to get the siege going, because this is not the longest range comp I've ever seen out of Poro League. Yeah, you have Barry, but you also have a triple melee topside. So Baron buff becomes all the more valuable when those minions are basically a necessity to get the siege going.
Absolutely. And Akali going to head topside, going to start that push there. At least a little bit backing right now. So no big sieges coming here with this Baron buff, it looks like. Red team don't want to go for it just yet. Maybe waiting for that next Baron. Maybe trying to use this buff to secure them their third Drake of the game. Poro looking good right now. They got themselves a Cloud Drake. And as we say that, Munch is going to get caught. Great pillar there by Trundle. They're going to find the Mundo, but they don't have the damage. The Seraphine throws out the Encore. It's going to find Regod. Down goes the Orianna. Great play by Yanara. They also find the Sivir. It is just dodge guys and Miklu left alive. Nautilus goes down. The Trundle trying to survive, trying to run away, but he is on the wrong side of the map. Barry and Brammy Bear on the chase. It is a matter of time. Can they find the slow? Brammy Bear takes the long way. He's going to find the stun. ST Bear, great pillar by Trundle, is going to keep him alive for a second longer, but not long enough. Red team find the kills, take their third Drake of the game, and they are one away from Soul.
See, you say the word catch. Like, Mundo isn't the happiest clam in the world to eat every single cooldown possible, and then press his R key, and then press Control 3. That is, yes, granted, you got one in isolation. The problem was that was Munch. He pops the dosage, and then this fight is just completely clean up at this point. You gotta be more. It's tough because it's on one thing, it's a pick. On the other thing, this is now a Mundo who is completely out of control. So you are very limited on options. Turtle up, play for Khan is about the only suggestion that you have, and you got 4.5 minutes until that Mundo then gets an engine strapped to his back with that Cloud Soul.
Absolutely. A Cloud Soul, one of the best souls in the game right now, arguably the best. And Mundo definitely going to benefit from that, running around from lane to lane and enjoying whatever fights he wants. And Meowjestic have to realize that you're right. Mundo is not the champion to isolate, because it is just a matter of time until the rest of the red team shows up to help him out, and it then becomes just a pincer move on them.
So then if you're flipping this around, Grant, you got all the tools in the world on the right-hand side of your screen. If you're Poro Lig, you can basically win this game any which way that you want if you consider dotting your I's and crossing your T's. On the other side, I'm actually looking at Regod because a Shockwave is basically required. You need to catch, I would say, 3, at least 2 of the squishier members, if you can get Bravey Bear and Barry perhaps. That is about the only way that you're able to turn this, because in a front-to-back or even a split fight, Munch is just going to right-click people until everyone goes to 0. So you're looking to Ree to try and find this play make and go fast and pick your targets basically on impact, or this fight is pretty much unwinnable.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is why they picked that Orianna. She is not the strongest solo laner. She can play safe. She can keep CS up as she's doing this game. Great CS, by the way, by Orianna. But really, it is all about those team fight. It is about those big shockwaves, those potential 5-man, 4-man shockwaves that can just turn the tide of a fight. We've seen it so many times before. We're going to see if Regod can find it this time. The red team, they are looking to push right now, trying to find a way to get a little bit more of an advantage than they already have. 8K gold up. Looking at these next objectives, securing themselves some Scuttle Crabs. Baron spawning in a minute. Dragon spawning in 2.5 minutes. We are about to get a rumble here in a bit, I think. Blue team, they don't want to let this game go too far away from them.
I think you're seeing a little bit of the problems that you have on this red team. Granted, it is not a problem that they're really required to solve considering the map state, but this isn't really a sieging comp. You don't really have ways of sieging, of kind of poking underneath tower. So you're basically just pushing out waves and stalling. You got 2.5 minutes. Meowjestic, I don't expect their base to be cracked unless they make an error and they get caught out. It is going to be get as much power for 2 minutes and 3 seconds from now. That is your timer. That is your deadline. You must gather every single solitary coin underneath the couch that you can bring to bear, turn up to that dragon, and keep them off it. Smite steals, whatever you have available. Because if you give that Cloud Soul, this game is pretty much cooked.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely want to secure that soul. The gold lead is not as relevant with all these catch-up mechanics in this new season, it feels like. Gold leads, they don't necessarily stick around very long. The blue team needs one big fight to just turn this game around. Baron fight might be it. It is currently spawned. Red team, they are surrounding it. They're looking for a quick Baron play. Blue team, they are in the jungle, waiting to pounce, looking for an opportunity to strike right now. Red team are going to go over some vision right here. So good vision, good knowledge there from the blue team. Trying to find a way to join this fight.
They did their due diligence and they have a corridor. You can see that pink on the left-hand side of your screen. You can see the blue ward. They have the ability to keep this river. They need to keep this river, and they might be looking for a little bit of damage. Remember, you've learned this lesson. Munch is not the one that you're looking to pick off as Ego dashes forwards. Eyes on carries. Regod, Shockwave, and Milo on flank. These are the ones that matter. Some
decent poke there. Brammy Bear is going to find the stun on Dodge Guy. It's not going to be enough, though. Mundo still throwing in some stuns right here. A little bit of slows. And that's going to be a good charm onto Milker. They have the Trundle. Looks like the play. Yanar is going to transcend herself. She looks good. They take down the Trundle. First, the call. The Forge God goes in. They find the Sivir as well. Red Team ADC. They gonna get it. Great job by Yanara. Mundo takes down the Nautilus. Munch still on the chase. It is just the Ornn and the Regod left alive. 5 red team members. They are pushing in. They don't need the Baron. They think they can end this. They have a Mundo. And it looks like it might be GG. Death timers are in the 20 seconds, 30-second marks. Red team, big enough wave to possibly end it.
They've got the health bars. They've got the DPS. It's up to Regod to try and clear out this wave as best as they can, and they're able to do a pretty good job of it. Ego's going to trade his life for the wave, but that's a trade that you'll happily take No shockwave quite yet. Next wave in 5 seconds. You see it coming into your base. 6 seconds on Sivir. Do you have anything to cover? And they actually pull off and move back to objectives. So
yeah, great
if
play
you're
by the
Majestic,
Ornn.
You hold.
Incredible job by the Ornn, saving his team right there. Killed himself, but takes out the entire wave in the process. Red team are forced to wait for the next wave, and by the time it comes, Majestic already reviving. Great save there by the Ornn. Will it be enough, though? That is the question.
So, Cat fans, I've got good news, I got bad news. Your good news is you have a Nexus. Your bad news is everything else on your screen at the moment.
And as we say that, Milo showing off that stat line makes it 8-0. And like we said, Sivir, not the best mark for the Akali, but when you're this fed, you can pretty much kill anybody. So great play there. 3 full items, picks up the extra large rod as well. And Akali feeling good this game. 700 bounty on her head.
Now, just for the cleanup, Miklu does not have flash and does not have a blast cone. So without information, this is going to be beyond hopes and prayers. If this Trundle's able to time this to perfection, Dodge Guy trying to get some information. He does get a ward. He's likely to just die for it, but he does get them off the Baron, at least temporarily. And even with a Miklu steal, I'm not sure what it changes heartbreakingly. I would love to see it, though.
Yeah, you'd love to see the steal. Always exciting watching a good Baron steal. But I agree. I'm thinking even with Baron, there's not much to take down this Mundo. But he's going to go for it anyway. It is going to be a 2v1. Miklu going to go in, activate the subjugate, looking for the fight. I think he goes down before he even has a chance. That Baron not even low enough to smite. They get a quick kill. They secure a Baron. And they are heading to end this game at some point soon here. Red team looking to finish this out.
Can't even make it in the pit. The poor guy. You didn't even give him the honorable challenge of letting him flip. Does it do anything for the game? No. Is it a good time? Absolutely. As Regod's just going to try and phase rush on out of there. But that is a quick Mundo. Remember
yeah,
that
I don't think even phase rush is going to help you here. Munch on the chase, and you see a tower, and Mundo laughs at that tower as he goes right underneath it, and he does not mind. He gets a quick kill. And Mundo goes where he pleases. Is once again an accurate statement this game, as we got Poro finishing out this red team. Down goes Sivir, down goes Nautilus, down goes the final tower, and the Nexus is soon to follow. Poro League with a win, secure their game 1, best of 3. Let's see what happens game 2. Great game, folks.
Absolutely beautiful gameplay from the solos from Poro League. That was Munch, that was Milo, that was just solo lanes gathering small leads and surviving the worst of it, and then trying to find their way into just devastation in these team fights.
Yeah, unbelievable. We got ourselves starting up here in a little bit, you guys, and here we are back. Incredible job. What a game to cast. Poro League end up taking out. Great job there by Sandbag, accurately predicting game number 1. Said that Poro League was going to get that W. Khan had a phenomenal game as expected, but it wasn't quite good as Munch or Milio. Great job by the Akali. Exciting champion to watch. And Milo, what a performance on that champion.
It was basically centered on who's going to be able to get ahead of the curve. Is it Khan with their bot lane lead, Doge Guy finding some nice hooks early on, or was it this mid lane that we predicted needed to get gold? They were sitting on 2 assists, and then at the drop of a hat, para-kills turned into, I think it was 9 by the end of it. That was a pretty quick, yeah, it was 9 in the end. 9, 0, and 7 is the scoreline for Milo. Once Akali gets out of control, yeah, best of luck carries.
Yeah, absolutely massive play there. And Mundo Munch also so much damage that game. Somehow that champion without a single damage item just goes full tank, but still gets the most damage in that game. Absolutely insane play there by Munch, really taking advantage of the strength of Mundo. It is not the easiest thing to do, but Munch obviously realizing he had to get that CS, had to play patient in that early game. Once you get a couple items, though, once you get those health items, it is just game over for the blue team if they don't have someone to take care of you.
And also, cast your mind back. He was the one who got ganked. He was the one who got abused early on. It was a very nice pillar, as you called out. Miklu was able to get up there and get involved, and then, You flash your eyes away, you flash your eyes back, Munch gets a solo kill. Huh, that's not great. You look away, you look back, and then at the end of the game, he E-auto'd. And Khan's entire health bar turned to dust. That was, you blink a couple too many times, Mundo out of control, and this was felt like a breaking point. Milo gets available, gets unlocked, exhaust doesn't save him, and all of a sudden, this is no longer Milo getting peppered with autos. This is Akali putting so much pressure on that Munch can just mop up, and we're gonna gloss over that one, Cal.
And yeah, quick little kill over to Khan. And there you go. I told you how good Khan was, and he proves it right there with that flash auto. Gets a quick kill. And another big team fight.
Khan was able to get an isolated kill onto Barry as well with the overstep, right? Even in a heads-up fight, the tower granted chipping in a couple times, but they're able to continue playing around Sivir, but they had no way to deal with the solos.
No, they didn't.
You got your lead bot. It just was not as far as what they gave up on the other side. So at that point, what can you do? Quick go next on that one. Remember though, this is still BO3. And remember, this is still the 2-0 teams. So they are far away from any sort of a slide happening. This is only just for the quick way through. Plenty more league to be played.
Absolutely, that's what I said. Both these teams undefeated, so even if they lose this, it's not like they're out of the Swiss stage, but whoever wins this does move on to the next stage, so that is pretty exciting to see. Another thing I like to point out, though, also is the combination of Munch and Japitsku, the Sejuani and this Mundo. Every time the Mundo seemed to be in trouble, it was just a matter of time before Sej came flying into fight to help out with that Glacial Prison. As you see it right here, it was incredible plays by those two, non-stop action. They obviously had good communication, and that's what's going to get them that big W to start this best-of-3 match.
Yeah, Japutsky, very much the glue guy role. Lock me Sejuani. Hits objectives, hits team fights, couple of ult snuck in there, and walked away with a Nexus. That is very much glue guy behavior. That is very much supporting what the team needs, and as you saw, it just kind of got that snowball rolling out of control. But for their games to be played, we are going to be snapping into a quick break to get ourselves set up for the second and the guaranteed game, looking to close it out here for Portal League, or if Meowjestic can push us to that game 3, don't go anywhere, and we will see you guys right after the break.
Okay, we're out. Nothing is big.
I've been in and out my mind since I hit your phone. I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along. Yeah, we've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates, and they say communication save relations. Okay, medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way, cause I can see it on your face. I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? Okay, now hold up. Let me get something right off my chest. I've been meaning to read into it, time to put it to rest. Is it stress? Is it that I ain't answer your text? Don't you treat it like amnesia, you know I always forget. Stirring the pot real hot, watch how the plot thickens. Around the clock, tick tock, need more than 20 seconds to get your attention before it's on to the next thing. And I'm over here again wondering, can I hold ya, hear your truth, pull you closer, talk it through.
Girl, you know that I'm the one that you can come and complain to. Your silhouette's amazing, but your brain is a maze too.
So can you help me find my way while I find something to say?
I know the arguing just augments everything going both ways, but baby, I can see it on your face.
I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night. told you what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? I wish a void opened in the air to suck me up, 'cause I really don't care. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I'm gone. While I'm falling, I wondered if you would miss me when I am gone. I feel so hollow, hollow inside, hollow inside. Promise me everything, promise me everything, but please don't lie. Disappointment echoes in my brain. Anyone would really go insane. Empty hands promised me everything. You gave me nothing in the end. While I'm falling,
Skeletor dodges away from flyline, and here comes Grounding Light. He's going to keep him alive.
We're going
but
hard
now,
after this,
but
yeah?
the DPS onto the Nexus
Yeah.
is just too much. Like more, it's going to drop. Captain Dodger saves the game.
Oh, it is so on.
Now Baron, low HP, Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't still out, but Aruben is going to smite that one away from Twisted Glory. The Spirit Rush after slaying down Lupingo, but the E-Flash from God of Axe is going to find them all.
Gonna get claimed by the Elder Buff, but that is gonna be a kill. A good bomb comes out from Wobble Bonk and bonks the back line.
But now Fluffy Vixen has arrived. They've stalled long enough, and the needlework will
Okay.
just cut through all the members of Good Chili Fries.
Getting back in. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we are back, folks. Welcome back. It is time for game number 2 of this epic best of 3 matchup between Poro League and Meowjestic 9 Lives. They have swapped sides, you guys. We've got another lineup ahead of us. I am so excited. We get into our picks fans here in a moment. But first off, what do you think about game number 2, Sandbag? Who is taking this one? Sticking with Poro, or are you going to switch up your prediction, my man?
I mean, I gotta stick with them. They've shown me absolutely no reason to give doubt. You got Milo, you got Munch, you got the abilities to keep on pushing on forwards. And this was with bans levied all across that top side, right? We got the Aatrox, we had the Volibear, we had this pinch of pool already. Give me a Mundo. That was... We're gonna give a little bit of respect to the other side because remember what you said in that first rotation? We'll blind the Ornn, counter pick me. It can't be that bad. It was bad. Yeah. They were hovering Fiora, they were hovering Varus, they were hovering Mundo. That felt like, oh, I can just stonewall him, I'll go even and we'll team fight, and then that didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
So that's an adaptation, that's an easy one for me on the other side. If you're Meow, let's second rotation that one.
Yeah, and it was interesting seeing their thought process of should we counter Ornn or should we just pick a champion that Ornn cannot do anything to? And that's what they decided to do. And they're just going to pick the Mundo, let him have essentially a free lane. Doesn't need to get a bunch of kills. Just needs to get a little bit of CS, a little bit of items. And once that happened, it was off to the races for Poro League. They had just a great combination between the Ornn's tankiness, the Mundo's tankiness, and obviously Milo's incredible play on that Assassin Akali.
And so on the other side, Khan, if you feel like you're Doge guy, you're Khan, and you had that lead, how do you look to try and translate that into something bigger? Because sure, you're getting flashes. Remember, it was the 4-for-2 trade. Not burn 2, they got 4. And then jungle didn't get anything going on that one. Bot lane didn't get anything going on that one. You had a flashless Seraphine. You'd think you'd be able to get that champion killed, right? No dash. You've got a shield and some hope. And that actually was enough. That got them through the lane. They stabilized. You'd think you could leverage that, so I would kind of look to target down there.
Yeah, great job actually by Barry and Bramble Bear. Like you mentioned, they were not having a great early game. It seemed like they were getting beat pretty hard by that Sivir Nautilus combo, but they just stayed patient. They let the rest of their team do their job. They let the mid laner and the top laner kind of do work. They went and took a back seat into the thing and more as a spectator, but still, great job by Barry, not getting frustrated, staying in the game. By the end of it, that Yanara was definitely doing some serious damage. Those Transcendents, you saw the double kill at the end to finish out those fights. So great plays by Barry and Bramble Bear. Good job remaining patient, not worrying about losing early game. And that can be scary going against a Sivir and getting those early deaths.
Especially for Brammy, right? That was, I think, a single death over the course of that entire game, if my memory serves me. I think Brammy did die once.
Yes.
Over the course of that 30+ minutes of gameplay on an Enchanter into a Nautilus.
Absolutely. So
you're not complaining. Sure, you can have the laning phase, bud. I'm okay with one death, and I will see you in your base.
Absolutely. And then they had those massive encores to help out in the fights, hitting some great stuns, obviously helping out. Not sure if it was beneficial, though. I still think Japutski on the Sejuani with some of those glacial prisons was absolutely insane. So great play there. By the Sejuani, really helping out the team in the jungle, not doing a ton of damage yourself, but didn't need to when you have an 8-0 Akali right behind you.
I mean, at the end of the day, score lines are means to an end, right? It was actually just production in the ear. 1, 1, and 22 for the support. 3, 1, and 20 for the Sejuani.
Unbelievable.
42 assists. So yeah, we did a lot of talking about the carries, the solo lanes. Yeah, great, fantastic. 42 assists in a game that didn't have that many minutes. I feel like the roles were pretty sufficiently filled.
Yeah, you got to give credit to that jungler, to those supports. Obviously, anytime a support has that KDR above 20, absolutely insane. I'll take anything above 2 in my games, if I'm being honest with you. But still, so great play out of Bramble Bear, really showing off their resilience, just not getting frustrated with a rough early game. And I'm excited to see what Khan and Doge Guy can do. Let's see if they can take another early game fight, maybe get a little bit more ahead and try to push that lead into the other lanes. They weren't able to really do that last game, but I still have trust in Khan. I still think he's an incredible ADC. I'm excited to see what he can do, what he decides to pick this game. And we are getting underway here shortly.
And for Doge, you gotta wonder, this is a melee player, right? From what a little I was able to get some research going, these are the Leonas, the Broms, the Nautilus, right? Bandle Pipes was picked up in that game, and there were a couple nice early hooks. But there is a one that sticks out in your mind, I'm sure, as a play-by-play, of that Nautilus hook underneath mid-tower, where you feel the game getting out of control, they're bumped by a pillar, and you go, they're bumped, they're slowed, I can, and then as the hook is leaving your hands, you realize, we don't have enough to get this done.
This is a mistake,
to try and reel this back a little bit, it might be a little bit of a reset in this second game.
Yeah, Nautilus goes from pride to terror. Hitting that max range long hook is such a good feeling. Realizing that you have no teammates to help you out and you're about to be surrounded by 4 enemies is not such a good feeling. Nautilus goes down quickly right there. It was a good look. I like the play. He had the right idea. Unfortunately, the team was not quite ready for it. A little bit mistimed, and red team or Poro took advantage of that quickly. But easy mistake to fix, and we can see just how good Doge Guys is. Incredibly long-range hooks, really good plays. Definitely had some tankiness, keeping his ADC alive, giving him some kills. So we're going to see if they can repeat that performance this game, maybe even improve upon it, and get this team for Meowjestic, or get this win for Meowjestic.
And so, kind of piggybacking off of where I was going on that support point, if we're talking about Khan, and we're talking about the bot lane being able to get some lane presence and really get some authority down there, a champion in the pool is Caitlyn. This is something that they are comfortable on. This is something that they pick. And with those tower plate changes, that is a champion where you can translate pressure and you can translate the authority established in that early game into a structure. That structure you translate to mid, and what you're trying to do is just auto. Just pepper these towers, get those plates, get that gold. Gold makes more AD, more plates. More plates, you get that rolling. That could be an angle to get that bot lane turned over and push us to that game 3.
Yeah, Kate, like you said, so good at snowballing. That attack range coming in so clutch, especially with these really minimal plates that they have now. It's very easy to get those first 2 plates for a bot laner. It doesn't take it only takes a few auto attacks. So that's an extra 300-400 gold in your pocket. You get a couple plates. Really good pick there. And here we are on to the pick bands. Let's get this show on the road, folks. The teams are going to be switching sides. So Poro on the blue side this time. Meowjestic taking over the red team.
That being said, this looks rather familiar. Lucian, Corki, perhaps a dog to be banned out in this next rotation. Not the greatest of crystal ball moments if it does come through, but I'm expecting some standard fare as we go through this.
Yeah, and obviously you can see Meowjestic are definitely worried about one of these Poro players on that Nefiri. Double Nefiri ban both games now. You don't see that champion played very often, at least I don't. But still, Nefiri getting banned out. They got Lucian and Aphilio, so try and get rid of some of these ADCs. Worried about Barry after last game's performance.
Yeah, Japutski is the one who's getting that Nefiri ban. Japutski is the one who's got the most played. It's his most played champion. So taking that away, that comfort, you haven't played against it enough to know how to deal with it, and the opposition's played it enough to know how to make it sting, so hit it with a ban, whatever, move on with your day.
And here we go. Poro looks like they might be picking a top laner early. You don't often see top lane as a first pick, but they're obviously confident. They're going to grab themselves an Aatrox. I'm excited to once again see Munch and Ego go at it. I thought they had a great matchup last game. Obviously, those 2 tanky champions, not the most volatility and excitement, but still, Punchface was good, and they had some fun.
You remember that he does have Q changes to be jungle modded. So that is flexible, remember. That is, Aatrox does have that Darkened Blade, I believe it is. Q mod, he can be jungle if that matchup becomes atrocious. And if this is locked in, Ivern is one of the champs of all time. That's all I'm going to say about an Ivern, and I'm not going to get baited by the hover. We're going to wait, because I have thoughts and feelings on Ivern, but I will not start if he is not locked.
And look at that. They were thinking about it, but it looks like they're going to switch over to Volibear. Oh, they were thinking about Volibear as well. I would have loved to see the Volibear, but instead they go with a pretty common thing and secure themselves an ADC pick real quick. So Jin on the field for Khan. That is exciting. And that is true. That, like you said, the Aatrox can go jungle. Good point there. So many new junglers this season. A lot of these top laners giving it a try, it feels like. It's fun to see.
In a world where Malphite can be locked and you say, he's actually a flex pick.
Yes.
We're just in a world right now. No, and he is, in fact, summoned by name. Malphite jungle rising in priority as well. The world where you can have Aatrox and Malphite picked one after another and go, we don't know who the top laners are. Welcome to 2026.
Absolutely right. And Malphite is going to be selected. I actually believe he's more of a jungler than a top laner at the moment. I've been seeing him more often in the jungle. And it looks like team number, we got Poro over there, grabbing up Wei, which warms my heart. I love Wei to death. One of my favorite champions, one of my most played champions. So I'm excited to see. However, not in a great state right now, I don't think. Not one of the best mages in the game. Definitely weak against Malphite. So this Malphite might be a problem for him. We'll see how he can do. Obviously has the Aatrox, has the Varus backing him up.
Yeah, as Malphite is locked, and then you look to the other side and you realize no dashes on either carry. This is Varus, this is Hui. Flash once again becomes such a critical timing because Unstoppable Force versus Flash Champion, you're a cannon minion. You slow people with the Q and then you move on with your day. If you're able to catch them, that is a completely different story. Rel to follow up on that one. This is a committal comp that I am a big fan of here on this right-hand side of my screen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love seeing the Rel. You got Talia helping out too. A lot of engage here on Meowjestic's team. Rel, Malphite, Talia, they can all start a fight with their ultimates, with their abilities. So you love seeing that. Team number, or Poro, gonna pick up an Alistar as a little bit of an answer. Obviously, great play there from Alistar. I love that. The Unbreakable Will, such a mad thing. And they're gonna grab maybe a Mumu too. So it looks like Poro might be tanking up a little bit this game also. 3 big champions on their field.
my most played in the last couple seasons has been the Amumu because it is streamlined. Did hit Q? If yes, R key.
There you go.
Not R key. It makes life so significantly easy. It is streamlined, it is clean, it is effective. On the other side, you got the AD version. R-Key the champion. Nocturne versus Amumu. Streamlined game plans. It's actually what I really like out of these sort of emeraldy, diamondy comps. Cleaning things up and making things be very clear fail and pass cases makes your game execution much, much easier. I like going in because then you pick the grounds in which you do it.
Yeah, and interesting play there. I would love to see Nocturne, one of those great junglers. Obviously, doesn't really come online until he gets that level 6, until he gets that Paranoia ultimate. Amumu, on the other hand, he gets his Q at level 1 if he wants it, so he can instantly start ganking. I would love to see some early ganks here by Poro. Maybe get his team ahead early. Neither team with an insane late game comp. It looks like maybe the Varus, maybe the Way might be one of the better late game champions on this field, but everyone else relatively normal. Aatrox sort of seems to fall off. Malphite, he is great. I wouldn't consider him a 1v9 late gamer though. So we'll see what these teams do, how they want to go with it, how aggressive they want to start early. I'm expecting big things and aggressive plays from this Amumu Japutski. We'll see if he delivers.
And all of this gassing up about jungle flexes, right? But Aatrox, Malphite, he can flex. Varus, he can play top lane, and then you have the swaps on screen, and it's standard fare. Aatrox versus Malphite up in the top lane. You have Amumu versus Nocturne in the jungle. This is where you would expect. On one hand, it usually means level of play is a little bit higher because you are more familiar. On the other hand, you don't have to lane into Varus top. So I feel like everyone's winning out of this deal.
Yeah, both teams kind of going into some comfort picks, it looks like right now. It looks like also, I believe, Way, the newest champion, maybe on the field. So a lot of old school League of Legends champions here, too. If you guys have been playing League for a long time, you can see some familiars here. I'm obviously very excited, and I will keep my eye on this mid matchup of Milo and Regod. Very excited to see the Way, how he does into Talia. Talia has that poke, has that long range advantage. We'll see what happens. A little bit difficult to hit her. She is a little bit quick, especially inside of her circles. So we'll see if anything goes down there. But you still feeling confident in the Poro win, or you want to switch over to Meowjestic now that we are teams are selected?
I mean, even in isolation, I would still say I like this blue team better. I do like those Poros. Also, they have the Mummy. And I will or will not admit to having an entire notes app with punchlines for Amumu for all when we're doing customs that I can then type in of jokes about raps and curses and things like that. I'm a big fan of this champion because it infuriates everyone else around me. I gotta double down on this one. I think this is a Poro sweep. I think we got a quick tag going ahead.
Fair enough. So he's saying 2-0. Poro gonna take it right here. And if I'm being honest, I do actually like Poro's comp a little bit better. Jhin, I've just never found to be a super strong ADC unless he's really far ahead, especially come late game. He really struggles, I think, to kill some of these tanks. And taking a look at this comp, Alistar, Amumu, and Aatrox, those are some big health bars. It might be a little bit difficult for this Jhin to really finish up that fight, get those kills. But we will see. I would still love to see Khan do his thing. We've seen him absolutely perform in games past. I'm excited to see Ego, obviously, on the Malphite, a big champion, especially if you end up going AP Malphite. I don't expect it, but if they do, it can definitely blow some people up. You never know what he's going to do. Maybe builds one AP item. We'll see how that goes down. But we are about to get started. I believe the prediction is currently live, guys. Twitch.tv, Cobalt wins. If you guys have not checked it out, get there now. Put your prediction up. Find out who you think is going to win this game. See if you're correct.
Are you going to bet against the casters? Are you going to try and go against the grain? Or do you feel like this is the inside knowledge that we're getting the big bucks for? Which way are we going on this one? And I will say, before we take off and before we head to break to get ourselves geared up for this second game, I love an AP Malphite. For bailing AP Malphite into an Aatrox topside, I have feelings.
I have a feeling it's not going to happen, but you could make this caster's day by doing it, guys. We'll see, and we will be right back. See you guys in a second.
Okay, we are out.
Cash.
Skeletor dodges away from Flatline, and here comes Crowding Light. He's going to keep him alive for now, but the DPS onto the Nexus is just too much. Like more, it's going to drop. Captain Dodger saves the game.
Oh, it is so on.
And now Baron, low HP, Super Mega Death Rocket doesn't steal it, but a Ruben is going to smite that one away from Twisted Glory. And the Spirit Rush after slaying down Lupingo, but the E-Flash from God of Axe is going to find them all.
Gonna get claimed by the Elder Buff, but that is gonna be a kill. A good bomb comes out from Wobble Bonk and bonks the back line.
But now Fluffy Vixen has arrived. They've stalled long enough, and the needlework will just cut through all the members of Good Chili Pride.
One.
And we are back, folks. Game number 2 underway. Teams making their way onto the Rift. You can see on the red team, you got Meowjestic 9 lives trying to even out this team or score. And then Poro League team going to be on the blue side trying to finish it out here with a quick 2-0 win.
Jockeying for position begins once again. Milo's able to connect with that very first Q, and with mana flow banned, this lane's over. It's call it off. 25 mana.
Yeah, Wei able to get that mana back, though, with the W. One of his 10 abilities that he has. If you guys play Wei, you know it can be a little bit daunting at the start, but the champion does make sense as you go on. One of my personal favorites. We're going to see if Milo makes one of the common mistakes of throwing your ult out randomly when trying to cancel your ability.
I'm so glad you say that, because I have done that more times than I'd like to admit when I was learning the trick.
Happens to every Wei player. We've all done it, folks. Don't feel bad. And here we go. Barry taking a big little health chunk here early. Khan has some good 4-shot abilities. Trying to look for an opportunity right now. Going to walk forward. Just put some pressure there onto Barry. Nothing serious, though.
Once again, Meowjestic in control of the bot lane. It doesn't matter the matchup. It doesn't matter the orientation. They're the ones who are able to pressure out and get that level 2.
And they are going to take that level 2 advantage. Doge Guy trying to find a stun. Great job here by Poro, though. Staying safe. Understanding they don't have that level advantage just yet. Need to wait for a few more minions to die.
Doge Guy is such a bush merchant. Nice little W there.
And great play. Khan, very quick combo to get that stun onto Barry. Throwing in some autos as well. Doesn't have 4-shot available, so no big damage. But once again, Meowjestic dominating the bot lane early.
Absolutely. That said, Brammy Bear does know the interaction. You can pull the Rel combo. So you can throw that knock-up out. You can knock her out of the crash down. She doesn't get her engage that she's looking for. And it's a pretty well-known counter into the Rel. Alistair he's going to suffer in lane from the range disparity. But in these team fights, you can completely stuff poor Doge Guy.
And as I say that, actually, looked like the Jhin missing a decent amount of CS as he was shoving that wave in. And we have ourselves a teleport top. Immediately, Munch goes in, finds the triple Q. A lot of damage here onto the Malphite. He is still putting pressure. Munch has to run back to the tower, it looks like. And Malphite had the damage to win that fight. Decent play. Grabs himself some cloth armor. Heads back a little bit tankier.
Here's the issue with that play. It looks good for Ego, as we might have to hold that point. We got a wraparound gang coming through.
And here we go. Milko going in for an interesting fight right now. Nocturne, not the best ganker, but he's going to go flash, looking for the fear as well. Milo flashes out also. Has to use it to get away. Has the ghost available. Meanwhile, Japitsky, when Mumu finds the Q, is going to get knocked back. Great play there by Miga, but has the Q too. And Japitsky picks up first blood. They have Nocturne in their sights right now. Milu comes back to help. And down goes the Nocturne. A kill on each. Great job, Japitsky. The counter game coming in clutch, setting the blue team up for an early lead.
Great flash usage, clearing to the other side so Bandage Toss doesn't get blocked out, gets onto Regod, gets the kill, and Lethal Tempo is scary. Lethal Tempo is not scary enough to turn a 2v1 that early in, and you see he's able to stall out for the longest time. You see a Mumu waiting in the wings on your minimap, collecting, collapsing, connecting the first one, tries to block it out thanks to that seismic shove, and then flashes to the other side, Bandage Toss. Beautiful. You couldn't write it any better.
Yeah, incredible play. He gets knocked back, has the flash, quickly flashes over the Nocturne, doesn't want to use the Bandit Toss on him, finds the Talia, gets the kill, and Milio comes back to help. And great play there by Poro, starting out the game right. Nocturne doesn't want to let that go unanswered. He's making his way into the blue team jungle, wants to get some objectives, wants to get some steals.
And right now, if you're Miklu and you need to wait for level 6, your job just get a whole lot harder because you're looking at Ruby Crystal Longsword versus full Faded Ashes. Clear speed, that is going to be a significant disparity in a race to level 6.
And he is going to take the Raptors, but great play there by Milo. Puts down a ward, catches him out. So Mumu just heading right over there. They're going to split this jungle vertical right now. So good play there. Amumu heading into the red team jungle, grabbing out those objectives. Meanwhile, Nocturne takes his own Gromp.
Putski should not be able to get towards level 6 off of these Krugs by my math. So Ego will be able to live this one out more than likely. Not a dive to be had, but it is still going to be a situation where you got to try and absorb the brunt of it. Despite that TP, it ended up only being a single longsword purchase, so not as bad as I thought it'd be up the top.
And there we are back here. Barry doing a good job CSing Jin. A little bit ahead right now. Going to take his back, I believe. Has some in the alcove. Get away from vision. And Barry going to tie this opportunity to shove in. No big items yet here. Bot lane. And wait a second. We have a fight happening. Munch gets a solo kill out of nowhere on the Malphite. And 1-0 for the top laner. Phenomenal game 1. Looking to continue that game 2.
I'm gonna have to see that one again because Eagle flip 6. You can see it at the top of your screen. He had that ultimate to try and get away from the engage, just ending up flashing to break the tether is Munch. But you'd think he'd be able to ult out, but not the case, and Munch just makes him pay in blood.
Yeah, great play there by the Aatrox. Not sure how that solo happened. Wish we would have seen him, but that is all right. Munch feeling good, has a sizable CS lead already. Plus that kill lead. Aatrox feeling good. Needs to get that early lead, though, because that champion, I don't think he remains crazy strong into the late game. And once again, another kill. Ego finds a makeup kill for dying. Instead of heading top, he heads mid instead. Finds a quick kill. Takes down Milo. The way is back to the grave. And red team on the board with 1 kill.
They get 1 back, and momentum will also slow. So that is not only a good kill, but it's also good for comps. When you feel like the game is starting to get a little bit fast, you get a kill back, you slow them down, and you say, okay, we can gather this one a little bit.
And once again, Aatrox looking for the fight. You can see just how much damage he does with that Q3. So that is probably one of the reasons Ego died. Great job there by the Aatrox getting that pull in as well. Doge guys still playing aggressive. The Jin slightly high CS, but no real advantage here in the bot lane for either team. Once again, the advantages seem to be happening in the jungle in the top side.
Miklo did pick up that paranoia, is going to immediately pull the trigger.
And there it is, Wei, one of the best champions to use it on. Wei is so bad about getting away from Nocturne. Even the Nocturne has that spell shield, but once again, Japitsky with the counter game comes in, finds a bandage toss, gets the kill, down goes Nocturne, and this Amumu is absolutely on fire. Right place, right time, 2 ganks in a row. And the blue team find another kill mid lane. Japitsky feeling good. Japutsky feeling good.
He's just unflappable. You put him on Sedge, brick wall. You put him on a Mumu, brick wall. Nothing is slipping past this Warden player. And while he is rocking what I'd argue is the stupidest Amumu skin,
I was just saying, what is that skin? What are we looking at right now? Oh, gosh. He is just the weirdest little derpy champion, you guys, especially in this skin. Jesus.
Oh, producer, zoom out. I've had enough.
He is rocking it.
If you want more words to be spoken and not turn my monitor off, we're gonna pull
there
out.
We
Thank
go.
you very much.
Get away from that.
That's satellite is much better. Look here is Regod not connecting onto Brammy Bear. This Alistair's going for a mosey and he's got the blue suede shoes on. Does it mean anything? No. Is it sick? Fair play.
There you go. Exactly. Blue team find a quick void grub. As you can see, the red team's vision had no idea he was even going down. Great control of this game right now by Poro. Doing very well, especially with the vision. You can see so much vision on the map. The entire river is their control. Red team trying to find some as well. Looks to be good. Still good bot lane, though. Red team bot lane. You got Meowjestic. Still seem to be controlling this bot side, but everywhere else seems to be in Poro's control.
And Barry is just vibing. He's got himself a tier. He's got himself a Dirk. He can clear these waves with that piercing arrow. And without any threat of a dive happening, Chains of Corruption cleansed.
Immediate play by Khan. Great reaction there.
Yeah, Barry, he's comfortable. Not only is he comfortable, he's actually able to get advantages. Or not necessarily an advantage. It's a handshake, but it's still a tool gone from Khan in case they look to try and extend it And no cleanse into a Mumu. That's not a missable spell. Mid.
And what a play! Jabutsky was just waiting for that Rel ultimate. She tried to dive in, but wait a second. Miklu is here. Great paranoia. They're looking to go for the fight. Rel looking low. Amumu has the burn. She gets the kill. Rel getting down. Wade trying to help out right now. Huge shutdown from Miklu, though. Really need to get that kill. Down goes the Amumu finally, and Regod still on the aggression right now. Milo, without much mana, has to back right here. We have another fight happening here. Munch once again has found Ego. He's gonna flash away. Munch does not want to get away from this. Has the World Ender active. One big Q is all it takes, and down goes Ego for another solo bolo for the Aatrox.
Ego is heartbroken. He's a split second away from that ult connecting, popped up into the air. The tower would have finished him off. He would have killed Munch there. Is now Regod looking to clean up.
And Regod going throw in the Weaver's wall. But wait a second. Munch is going to pull him under tower. And who is this Aatrox? What a play. Perfectly timed pull. And Talia stays under tower, tries to use the Weaver wall to cut off his escape. Mistimes it, and the Poro just taking over here at the 10.5-minute mark.
He's got the Deathbringer auto stance for the passive heal. He's got Sundered Sky for the passive heal, and connects on that tether. 2v1 top, send more smiley face. Munch is pretty much bulletproof at this point in time. Melio, maybe not so fortunate. Nice little Q to knock himself down, but right now, Munch is unassailable in these sides.
Yeah, he is doing so good. 3-0, another insane game from him. This time, not the Mundo, playing the Aatrox, which is a little bit more of an aggressive champion, can go in for fights a little more, maybe get some more kills, and he is definitely showing off that he is not just a tank. This Bruiser having a phenomenal game, 101 CS, 3-0 Aatrox. Absolutely doing crazy good work for the Poro team.
Chaputski's ult is about to come off of cooldown, and he is acting like it. You are 1 second away from Curse the Sad Mummy coming back up, and he wants to put that thing on CD. Drake likely to be the consolation point if he cannot do so.
Yeah, looking for an opportunity to go in right now, sitting right in front of those Jhin traps, except I believe he was out of vision. Was not going to get seen by them. And Japutsky heading over to the Dragon, maybe going to help out this way before they go. But Aatrox, I mean, the Nocturne is going to see them out. Sees Brandbear as well. Aatrox, I mean, Alsa is going to go in, land the headbutt, land the pulverize.
Last cone.
And they are still going in. The blast cone is going to pull them both over with it. He has to flash out of the way, and Japutsky cannot land a bandage toss. Meanwhile, here comes the Rel. They're looking for the fight. The paranoia is activated. Do they want to go in? Nocturne trying to find an opportunity. He's looking for the play. Goes in for Bramblebear. The Varus is going to take down the Jhin, and the blue team have control. The Rel is caught in a bad situation. They get another kill, and somehow the way is going to land the Spiral of Despair onto the retreating Nocturne. It's going to be enough to get a kill. Down goes Miklu, and Poro sitting 10-2 find a clutch fight and lose no one somehow. What a play.
Look at those margins. 300 HP in the aggregate for both carries, as it's a nice flash away from that ultimate. Amumu comes up empty. Rel looks to combo on in, but watch this headbutt. Pulv, ult, headbutt. Your Jhin is now in the wrong place. He's sniped out with that piercing arrow, and with it, the guts of your damage. Flash away from Regod. It's an excellent mechanical fight, and I'm not even confident that ult was aimed at the target it landed on. That looked like it flew over the shoulder. And
I don't think he was aiming for the Nocturne, but he's glad he hit it. The Nocturne was low health. Great kill, by the way. That'll happen with your ultimate, guys. Sometimes you just throw it into the fight and hope it lands on somebody. But great job there, and Poro really have control of this game now. 11-3, get themselves a second objective, and they are looking strong. And as I say strong, Aatrox showing off just how strong he is. Pops the World Ender, that health bar climbs right back up, and Milku has to run away. Does not want to take this fight anymore.
Empowered healing on his ultimate, plus empowered healing on his passive, plus empowered healing on his item. This guy's not killable. Once again, Mundo says no thank you. Aatrox, the same. Munch refuses to take meaningful damage in this entire series.
Yeah, absolutely. Somehow, even playing a damage-dealing champion like Aatrox, he is unbelievably tanky. Once again, 0 kills this game. And not many kills across the board for Poro right now. Only 1 on the jungler and 1 on the mid laner, and 1 on the support. But still, you got the Way unkilled and the Aatrox unkilled, going for that perfect game. I mean, the Varus and the Aatrox unkilled, going for that perfect game.
And right now, we're looking at 7,000 gold in 14 minutes. That is every 2 minutes. 1,000 gold lead for a very, very rapid pace of this gold just ballooning up on the top side. Look at that. It's almost full item territory at 14 minutes into this game.
Oh, yeah.
Jin is down 2,000 gold from the person that he's responsible for killing. Yeah. Mr. Useful might be living up to the name, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Huge gold difference this game. Poro running away with it, have themselves a 7K gold lead. Absolutely right. And it is definitely beneficial this early on in the game. As you go later on, that gold lead starts to matter less and less as champions start to get more items. But 15-minute mark, that is absolutely substantial. And here we go. Another fight goes in. Talia's going to use the Weaver while trying to find a play here. They do catch out the way. And the red team get themselves a shutdown. Much needed onto Talia. That is going to give the blue team a free advantage, seeing 3 red team members in the bot lane.
Good pick, though. You know you can't contest in a heads-up fight. This Herald is going to go over either way. Use your semi-globals. Get gold where you can find it. That's a shutdown. That's a denial of XP. You get the wave crash into the bot lane turret. It's the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, any unanswered kill is going to be a great thing for Majestic right now, especially a good shutdown like that, especially on top of Talia, who does get relatively big as the game goes on. It's definitely changed up, turned to a little bit more of a scaling champion. But still, we're going to see how that works out. Great unanswered kill, though, by the Red team. They're going to need to get a few more picks like that if they want to get back in this game. That gold lead still looks substantial.
Herald immediately give me someone up into that mid lane. 3-level difference up onto the top side. So Shelly's going to get her crash mid. This is tower likely to fall flash. Magnet Storm, they're picking up.
And we have a double TP right now. That's going to be the curtain call by Jin. Looking to find a play. A big set. Curse the Sad Mummy from the Amumu is going to stun the red team, though. They have the fight. Varus takes out the Nocturne. And the red team trying to find a kill. But Aatrox comes in to turn the tables. Has a big play. The Malphite dives in. Bramby Bear. Alistar goes in for the Pulverize. A double kill over to this Aatrox. He remains undefeated. Gets himself a kill. Huge teleport. And Puro once again find a fight that looks doomed for them. The red team just cannot find a winning play here. Majestic on the retreat.
Munch is getting flashes in a 1v2 tower dive. That is the state of the game that we are finding ourselves in, Cal, and it looked good off the rip. Magnet Storm connects onto the back line, but immediately turned by the Samumu. Piercing arrow, snipe! There goes your damage, and no more lethal tempo. Munch is a massive health bar, an even bigger shield to top it up. Here comes the flash, Q3. That is the other carry decimated. At this point, you can't even take lopsided fights comfortably. You have to dump everything in the kitchen sink. And if Milio gets out, this is going to be just disgusting.
And Milio does have some speed, has some fear, looks to get out right now. He has the fear onto the Malphite as well. And what a play by Way. Using that speed, using that fear. He has so many abilities in his kit. Always has something to use. And Nocturne, one of the hardest champions to get away from you with that spell shield, with that speed that he has as well, somehow finds his way out. Great job there. And quick thing about last fight, you have to also look at this Varus. Even though he didn't get those final shots, those kills, that Q starting to do a lot of damage. You see Ego's health bar just absolutely get decimated after that Curse of the Sad Mummy with the Varus Q. So big shots here from these Varus, starting to level up these abilities, starting to get some items. 2-0-4, having a phenomenal game, ST Barry.
And that's not even waiting for item. 225 on those tier stacks. You're waiting on that second item, and you're waiting for him to be able to move over into that completed version. And then not only is it piercing, okay, Milo, just walking back. Okay, no harm, no foul. Weaver's Wall gonna be thrown out. That is the weakest that spell will be for the rest of the game. And it was already wrecking health bars.
Absolutely.
This is a time bomb.
And Regod mistiming these Weaver walls a little bit. Keeps on trying to find a way to stop these top lanes from backing into the tower. Just keeps on missing them just by a smidge. But Regod still feeling all right after a big shutdown. Has some gold under their kit. And good CS as well. Out CS in the way by about 13. So nothing to scoff at there. Meanwhile, blue team, non-stop pressure here on both side lanes. You got the bot lane getting shoved in, trying to get this tower. 4 blue team members under tower right now. The red team, can they stop this? They have Rel looking for a possible dive in. They cannot get it quick enough, and that's another tower for the blue team. Just adds to the gold lead, almost at 10K now.
And once again, we find ourselves in a situation like the previous, where you can't snap engage onto Munch as we cut to the aforementioned, and he is 1v2 once again. Japunski gonna connect onto supports. That's a killing spree for the AD carry. Nice and casual.
And the
You can't
CC
really ignore
chain,
Munch.
Jesus, you just do not move, my friends. Yeah, the chain of corruption, yeah, the Amumu dive. That was just so much. An easy play onto the rail. And unfortunately, Meowjestic looks like they might be losing one of their 9 lives this game. Not looking good for them. That gold lead still looking rough, getting even bigger for this Poro team.
You can't engage on Munch. And you can't ignore Munch. Now what?
Yeah.
Riddle me that, Cal. Now what?
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. And both of those things are Munch. He is absolutely massive.
You would have thought Poro was the one who's stuck between the rock and the hard place. No, with the champions, but yet here we are. It is actually Munch of the top laners who is applying that role. And as you look to the other side, you always got to play optimist and see what are your windows, what are your angles. Unfortunately, I'm not quite drawing a complete blank. You got semi-globals. That's about what you can rely on. You can look to find that bot lane play, use your wall, use your paranoia, overload one side and try and trade. Because right now, it doesn't feel like you can attack Munch, maybe Milo up in this top lane, but we're grasping at straws, let's be honest.
Yeah, Milo's going to be like the only target, especially for this Nocturne. I mean, he still can kill the way. It's incredibly how strong Nocturne is the way with that spell shield. No real way of getting him off you. But still, the Jhin does not really have that strength to kill this Aatrox. Even Amumu is starting to get super fed. Alistar obviously is super tanky, and Jhin doesn't do that well into tanks to begin with. So it is definitely looking like a rough situation for Meowjestic. They're going to rely on big Malphite ultimates, big Nocturne ultimates. And as I say that, they do find the Aatrox, and they are going to use that ultimate. There goes the curtain call as well. They're going to find the engage. Aatrox going to pop the World Ender. He has some health. It's going to be enough, though. The red team might just find a kill. The shutdown goes to Nocturne. Big gold over to the jungler. The blue team, though, they see the entire team bot, and they're going to start this Baron right away.
4-man dog pile. They do get their man. No trade kills to be had, but Munch, understanding the situation, doesn't flash, doesn't panic, goes, all right, guys, you got me. We'll trade it for a Baron, no big deal.
Yeah, that is the first kill. Blue team probably pretty happy with that Baron team. Red team, honestly, probably pretty happy with that shutdown gold with a couple plates. They need whatever gold they can get at this point. So they're going to lower that 10K gold lead down to about 9K. Still pretty large, but they'll take whatever they can get.
Shoutouts to the degenerate Deathbush. I love a good old Fnatic Deathbrush. The timer might be a little bit off because I don't expect them to be crossing that. 52 seconds left on this Drake. But you got to get creative, and this is creative if nothing else.
Yeah, they definitely have themselves a plan right now. They do find Milo outside. Good job there. The Rels try to dive in, land the stun. Milo has to use flash and a TP coming in to help. The red team, they might be in trouble. They're going to give up on that death push a little bit early, and that's going to provide a bad thing. Doge looking low right now. Aatrox sweeping around the side is going to catch that Rel. Quick kill onto the support. And the blue team, they are not done chasing yet. Miklu trying to get out on the Nocturne, going to use that speed. You got Ego chasing as well. Munch is going to find the Malphite. Looks like Malphite is going to get stunned. Japutski has the Q. Malphite goes unstoppable force, trying to dive out. Does have safety. But the blue team, they're going to quickly shove the red team out of this bush. Head over to that next objective. That's going to be Mountain Soul for them.
I rate it highly. Do not go quietly into that Gentle Knight. Go for the Death Brush. Go for the 1% play. They try, they swing, it gets flashed by Milo, and so Soul goes over. But I do love the look. Genuinely, this isn't even like memes. I love the look of trying to find your one single opening, but as you see, if you go for a quick play and don't find it fast, you're just going to get obliterated on the chase down. And actually, only paying for it with one life, it could have been a lot worse. Like, Munch has bad intentions.
Yeah, it could have been worse. They do lose Soul, I believe, for it, though, which is always a bummer. But you can see Meowjestic maybe a little less. I would have liked to see a little bit more patience. As you said, though, it was another 50 seconds till the dragon spawn. It would have been a little ridiculous hanging out in that bush for a full minute. That being said, if they would have waited, maybe they could have caught them out, having the Rel and the Malphite head over the wall and just leave the other team behind. It kind of split them up, made it a little bit easier for Poro to get that victory. And here we go. Speaking about victories, Poro going to shove in, instantly get themselves an inhibitor, get themselves a couple towers, and they are using this Baron play well right now.
They just continue to go by the textbook, right? You go through mid, you crack that inhib, you go through bot, you crack that inhib, you're playing off your final towers, you've got Baron creeps that you're sinking up waves. And in a team who lacks the damage to kill Munch and kill Japutski, they now have Mountain Soul. So now everyone 4-man, maybe a Hail Mary.
And that's a big play, massive play by Ego. He goes in, it's a 4-man knockup. The Paranoia goes in as well. Khan is gonna get a kill onto Wei. The blue team, Poro not quite giving up though. Miklu looks low, and it looked like a phenomenal play for a second there. A lot of health bars getting low, but one was not. Is gonna be the Aatrox. You see Munch pops his World Ender. All that health goes back, and that is a few kills. That is a few towers, and it looks like Nexus is next on the hit list for Poro. And that is gonna be a game number 2 over to Poro with a clean sweep.
They have to go back. Letting the cat out of the bag, that was a body bag. Team fight, decimation. They find 4 men on their combo and just don't have enough to get it over the line, and I honestly admire it.
It looked like such a good play. The Malphite ult was huge. Talia goes in there with a massive knockup. It looked like a 4-man knockup as well into a rock, so I thought it was going to be a good play, but they just didn't have the damage. Once again, like we said in the beginning, Jhin, just not that 1v9 ADC you need unless he's really, really fed. Just did not have those auto attacks. They weren't quick enough. They didn't have enough burst damage for a large group. They could only single one person out at a time. Just wasn't able to get that finishing kill, and then once Aatrox hit the R button, it was sort of game over. He gets all the health back. He just starts non-stop healing and shoving everyone back to Fountain. And there it is, 2-0 for Poro. Big shout out to them, man. Great job from the team. And who do you think was MVP for these series, my man?
That one's, you gotta give it. All right, let's pull this one back a little bit, right? Munch, you get your flowers. We were gassing you up. I want to shout out Japutsky on that game because so many times it felt like Miklu was getting something going. He's got a wraparound gank out of the mid lane. He's sniped out of the air by a bandage toss. He's got a counter gank in the mid lane. He's flashed over and his mid is killed behind him. Every single step he took just got overshadowed by the other side of it. And so yes, Munch, completely unstoppable, a pair of amazing Juggernaut games. But even from the very rip, like this replay right here, Miklu has the jump on, forcing flash, forcing Melia out of lane, and yet you know how this ends.
Japutsky he was just so many times right place, right time that game. Had such a phenomenal job tracking this Nocturne. It felt like every time the Nocturne went in for a gank, Amumu was right there to counter gank. Japutsky, incredible performance. I was about to say that. I do believe Aatrox did get the MVP this game and last game. That being said, Japutsky is a very close runner-up in my eyes.
I would definitely double down on that one as you look again. Now, counter gank for a second time in 7 minutes. Your pig moment, your paranoia, your lethal tempo, and you are stuffed by some goofball.
And these are great ganks by Nocturne. I mean, they are really setting up great ganks. Melia, the Talia was right there to hit the knockup as soon as the paranoia goes in, as soon as the fear activates. So incredible job by Miklu. Japutsky just was even a little bit more incredible.
A couple of team fights as well with Brammy Bear getting some chip in there. I remember that whole flash headbutt to get the execution on the Khan, and when you're able to silence an AD carry the caliber of Khan, it felt like we never said the name Jhin this entire game. It really didn't feel like he was able to contribute, and the front line was a significant portion of that.
Yeah, Jhin not able to get super fed. And always, actually, after we saw the comp, I was a little bit worried about Jhin to begin with after this big tanky comp. And Aatrox and Amumu getting just as big as we expect him to. Alistar also had a quietly good game. Only 1 death, I believe, on the Alistar the entire game. Is 6 or 7 assists, so big assist numbers too. You definitely don't want to see your support dying a lot.
It was definitely aimed at Regon.
100% that was going for Talia.
That was 100% aimed at Regon. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and he was able to get more than he bargained for on that one, and it was just whatever plays you could make happen. These were singular bright spots from Majestic. You see, cut the lights, move to bot lane, get whatever you can, but it's a teaspoon of comfort in an ocean of despair.
Yeah, we see exactly what happens on a good Nocturne gank when Amumu isn't there. Easy kill onto that way, but Amumu just was every time. So Nocturne, they finally find that gank there bot lane against the way. You can see just how easy it is to take down that champion as Nocturne Talia. And there it is again, another massive play as you see Japutsky with a huge Curse the Sad Mummy. Turns what looked to be a lost fight around. I think this was Majestic's opportunity to get back into this fight right here in this play. They had a good opportunity, but in comes Munch to finish it out, to close the doors real quick.
Yeah, and Doge again, trying to make plays, gets a couple of crash downs, gets a couple of mid plays, even that fight on the steps of their fountain, they had chances, but they just didn't have enough behind it to really get it over the line. Like, look what it takes to take down Munch. All right, Ego, 1v2. No, I call in your jungler. Make it a 2v1. No, I call in Jin W. Call in Curtain Call. The Rel jumps into. Everyone and their grandmother was invited to the party, and it still took, what, 8 seconds to kill the top laner? That's just not sustainable in a team fight.
Yeah. But incredible job. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Poro that is going to go into the 3-0 undefeated CWL season. Big shout out to them. Massive shout out to Majestic too. They are, guys, they are not out of this by any means. They have 2 wins, and that is going to be their very first loss. They are going to recover, regroup, and come back stronger than ever, I am sure. I am excited for their next game.
Absolutely. That's a chance to lick your wounds. You still got plenty of games to play. You got a couple things to work on. It wasn't even that bad a showing. There wasn't anything egregious. This is the one thing I want to highlight. They fought to the bitter end. 4-man, 4-man, 3-man. They just didn't have
huge.
enough.
You can see that play.
If you are even close to gold leads, you are, let's say, 5k down, 6k down. You wipe them there. However, you were 11, so it didn't quite come out the other side, but still plenty to look back on fondly. They're called 9 lives for a reason. They got a couple more in the tank, but unfortunately, that's a 2-0 for them. 2-0 to the other side for Poro. Closing thoughts before we wrap this up and take out?
No, I had a great time today. Big shout out, Sandbag. Unbelievable casting with you, man. Really, what an opportunity for me, man. I'm going to learn so much casting with you, brother. I'm so excited for the future cast. I'm sure you'll see us both here on CWL in the future, though. But I had a phenomenal day today. Great games to watch. Really, Poro, fantastic team. Really look forward to seeing more of them in the future. And I'm excited to see what Meowjestic, how they recover, how they recuperate, and how they come back, because they are a great team too. They were 2-0 before this. I expect them to be a few more wins in the future. By all means, man, if you guys want to come by my stream, I will be streaming. If you guys want to take place in some fun 5v5s, come by my channel. We're going to have some fun 5v5s, some more just solo casting. If you want to come by, you can. Make sure you check out Sandbag's channel as well, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Sandbag, closing thoughts on the games, my dude.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I feel like you're going to see a lot more of the pair of us linking up on this one. Maybe split apart. We might have to find our own roles, but it's been a pleasure in the meantime. Poro looking like a bit of a quiet boss to try and go through. They're already out the other side. Get to sit and watch from a comfy spot. 9 lives. Let's live up to it. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We're raiding Cal Stream. Get ready to hop on in there. Pirates hat ready, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
Have a great night, guys.
Okay, we are out.
Okay, you guys, welcome back. My name is Cal, and we had ourselves a wonderful stream today. I hope you did too. We are gonna have to change out the camera. Give me 1 second, you guys. So we have to we're gonna have to get this camera fixed real quick. No big deal. I do have to turn the camera on and off though in my stream, so you're gonna see a black screen just for a second though, but don't you worry about it. All right, we are back. How'd you guys like that? Thank you for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different. I'm muted. No, I'm not. Am I? No, I'm not. I shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. Nice job, you guys. Unbelievable plays. We are going to get a little raid here from Cobalt Wins, I believe. For a second, that was my fault. Yeah, I might have been muted for a second. My bad, team. Either way, it is good to have y'all in here. How y'all doing? Where's that sound coming from? It's got to be coming from the stream. Yeah, it is. There we go. Beautiful. Great stuff, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for joining us for that. We are going to play some fun 5v5 games. Do you guys want to play some more 5v5s? If you watched that and thought, hey, I want to play a few of those games, now is your chance. Let's play a few 5v5 custom games, y'all. Let's have some fun in here. Let's play a few good old-fashioned league customs. We're going to do our balance and all that fun stuff. Anyone who wants to play can. All you newcomers, if you're new to the channel, coming in here from Cobalt Streams, my name is Cal, and there the raid is. What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. My name is Cal. Pleasure to have you in here. You guys are joining us from Cobalt Stream. We are having some fun here, having some games. If you guys want to play some 5v5 games, if you were just watching as a viewer and you thought, hey, I want to play in a 5v5 game with the team, now is your chance, folks. Cobalt, thank you so much for the raid. I had a blast today, man. Thank you for letting me join. I apologize. Obviously, 11 o'clock works better for me, but if 10 a.m. is the time we have to do, it's the time we have to do, man. You let me know. But any Friday you guys need me, please know I'm available on Friday. At the moment, I'm only available on Friday. I apologize. Maybe that'll change in the future. But I'm having a blast doing it. If you would like to keep me as a caster, man, I would love to stay on board. And you just let me know whenever you need me on a Friday, brother. Fantastic stuff. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get some games in. Let's have some fun here, shall we? Cal from Cali account is getting logged into. We are going to... Beautiful. Yes, anyone can participate. Yes, they can. Anyone can participate. Now, we are on NA servers, though. That is the thing. We are on NA servers. But anyone can participate. Yes. I would actually love if newcomers come. We always like to have newcomers in here, giving it a try. Okay. What time is it? It is currently noon, ladies and gentlemen. A nice little noon playtime. We're going to go for another couple hours. Not going to be a crazy long stream. Don't think we're going to go full 6 hours. I'm thinking maybe 4-hour stream. But let's go ahead and have some fun. Let's create a custom game. Ladies and gentlemen, our very first custom game tonight is going to be Cal from Cali's game. If you want to hop in, the password is capital CFC. Tournament pick. We have no delay. If you want to play capital CFC, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. But anyone who wants to play in this game, totally mixed game, hop on in, guys. Get a game in. Let's do this. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. We've had absolutely nobody join. Sounds good. It is mixed, but I'm not sure if anyone's going to play. It was going to be mixed, but I'm not sure if we're getting anyone in here. Go and play some music while we're waiting. Yo, T Brown, thank you for the follow. Anyone who's new to the stream, my name is Cal. If you're coming in here from Cobalt Wins channel, it is great to have you in here. We just did some casting. If you want to play some games with us, we're gonna play a few more 5v5 games. It's only noon where I'm at. I'm from the States, guys, so it's still early on in the day. I am down to play a few more games with y'all. If we don't play League of Legends, we play something else. I was planning on playing a 5v5 game. However, we're looking a little bit light on the viewership right now as far as on the players. So maybe we can't. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, though, T Brown. I really appreciate it, my dude. Thank you. If anyone wants to join, we do have a lobby open right now. If not, I'm going to switch over to maybe another game. Maybe we just play some solo. We'll see what happens. Nice. Sounds good, Boom Clap. Sounds good, Boom. I like that idea, my man. Yo, Ben, how you doing, my dude? Thank you for the follow, Ben. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to the stream. I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 3 o'clock Pacific time. So about 3 hours from now is when I normally start. And then on Friday, we do early morning streams on Friday. So 11, 10 a.m. all the way till about 2 p.m. So about a 4-hour stream today. It should be a fun one. We're going to play a few games, guys, have some fun. My co-caster actually is going to try to hop in for the second game. So if we can get 2 games, it'd be awesome. We'll see what happens. Paladin, what's going on, my man? Good to see you in here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I got a winning lottery ticket here. I need to cash it in before it expires. It went good. It was really good. My co-cast was phenomenal. He was really good. You know? Yeah. My co-caster was really good. He was really knowledgeable. Kind of outshone me a little bit, I think. But that's okay. I'm okay with it. I mean, that's something to strive for, you know? Something to strive for. He was solid. He knew his stuff. So that was fun to be with. Yeah. That's good. I'm not upset by it by all means. I want to cast with the best casters possible. And if they're better than me, then hell, that's something to strive for. But he's a good caster for sure. That was a lot of fun to cast with him. Gamba stream? I'll do some gambling tonight as far as for the games, not like slots. I'm not gonna actually gamble. I'm not gonna do like casino stuff on this stream. Never will, I don't think. All right, guys, here is the lobby. Take a look at it. If you want to play, you can. Anyone who wants to play a little fun game, guys, it's a fun 5v5 game. You guys all hop into my Discord on voice chat together, and you just play against each other. It is a lot of fun. There is no pressure. There's no worry. You don't lose anything if you lose. You don't win anything if you win. And it's just a fun game. It's a lot of fun to be in a 5-stack with someone, to be in voice comms with the entire team, trying to strategize and plan. Anyone who wants to play can hop into this game. If you need an invite, let me know. I'll invite you. You should just be able to look for Cal from Cali's game and the password capital CFC. I know, Yarbaggins. I know. That is one of the things about this streaming this early. It is very early. Most of my viewers are probably still at work, or yeah, I get it. It's one of the double-edged swords streaming this early. I do like being off at like 4 o'clock and being done with I have the rest of the day ahead of me. That is nice, as opposed to when I stream. Once I end my stream for the night, it's kind of like I'm done for the night. I have like to eat dinner and then I go to bed. It's nice today that when I'm off work, I still got a day ahead of me. I can go do things. Not that I'm going to. I'm probably gonna play video games today. Probably gonna play some Planet Coaster. There's a chance I hop on Planet Coaster today. It's too much room, dude. It's too much room. Too much room, man. Everyone is truly dead. It's early. Yeah, it's all good, you guys. I'm not worried about it. You know what? Maybe we play a little, You guys want to play a little fun mode? You guys want to play like a little Earth or something together? Or I don't know. No. Yo, Blue, what is going on, my man? Welcome back. It's good to see ya. Not Earth, said Tio Trid. Anything but Earth. Tio Trid, good to have you in here if you want to play. Paladin says, I'll be down to run some Earth or something. Nah, I don't want to do a 2v2. I'm casting. Yo, Balthazar, what's going on? How are you? We can do an ARAM, though. You guys want to do an ARAM? We can do an ARAM together if you guys want to do an ARAM. If you don't want to play ARAM, leave now. If you don't want to play ARAM, leave now. If you want to play ARAM, we have an open spot. Anyone want to take this last spot? Anyone want to take this final spot? Open spot on our ARAM team. Fern says, I got it. Nice, you guys. Here we go. Let's do it. One ARAM game. We're going to try again for a 5v5 after this. We're going to try for a 5v5 after this. If not, we'll see how it goes. I got to send a friend request to my dude as well. Don't love these picks. Don't love these picks a whole lot. I'm gonna go Cho'Gath. I'm gonna go tanky. I'm gonna go tanky. Let's go Cho'Gath. Let's go tanky. Let's see how big we can get. Let's see how big we can get as Cho'Gath. I like the song. Let's do it, guys. It's time for a game. Let's have some fun. Here we go. Take a look at this squad. Going into some tanks as well. We got some tanky champions they got. Yeehaw, says Blue. Let's do it, man. All right. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. A little Cho'Gath action for you guys. In for a treat. You guys about to see Cal from Cali's Cho'Gath. I learned from the best. 20k HP, that's right. That's what I'm going for. Going tanky. Let's see whatever tank item we can get. We're going to get whatever tank augment we can get, guys. Does Cho'Gath build Heartsteel? I don't remember. Does he build Heartsteel? Or no? He does? Alright, I'll go Heartsteel on Cho'Gath. Let's go full tank, then. Let's go full tank on Cho'Gath. Let's do it, team. Here we go. 100% loaded in. Let's time for games. Game time. Everyone builds Heartsteel, says Leak. What's going on, Leak? It's good to see you, big man. Probably do Perseverance. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Minions have spawned.
Who is it that will protect you from my eyes?
They're all flashing. They're all flashing, man. Big knock up, though. Huge knock up, man. Jesus. Huge knock up. Jesus Christ, you guys. No, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. It shouldn't. What are these shenanigans? Balik, what's going on, man? It's good to see you in here. Jeez, Blitz, dude. Blitz is doing work right now. Take the silence. Take the silence. We're getting tanky. We're getting tanky. We're getting tanky. Don't have ultimate yet. That's all right, though. Don't have ult yet. That's okay. It is not Thursday, man. I stop using my Q like that. There we go. I got ult. Get a little stack. A quick beast stack. That was a weird play. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're so cool. We got heart steal. We got heart steal. We got heart steal, though. We got heart steal. We got heart steal. Big buy. Big buy. Can I get an augment too, please? Can I please get an augment too? Not yet. All right. No big deal. Nice plays, guys. Nice play, Aatrox. Way to go, Ham, though. Way to go big, Leak. Way to go big, Leak. Nice job, guys. Nice job. We'll take it. We'll take it. It seems like Thursday because the game is being played. Little ARAM. We don't play ARAM on Thursdays. So I both on minions? I'm both on minions right now. That's a huge ultimate, man. That's a huge ultimate, dude. Nice job. Nice job. You missed the cast. That's all right, Blake. Yeah, but we're going to do some 5v5s here. We're going to do some 5v5s. Sometimes I play Pokemon. Sometimes I play Pokemon. I need to get a feast stack, man. I want to get a stack right here. Can I get a stack, please? Need to get a stack. This is it. This is the stack. This is the stack right here. Got it. Nice. Good plays. Good plays. Good plays. Good plays. Beautiful. Beautiful. Huge stuff, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Big plays right there. Big plays right there. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's a good play by them. That's a good play by them. I'm trying to think who we go here. Kiso, no. Requires possess heart, steal quest, steal your heart. Yeah, yeah. That's 100% what we're doing. I already know what I'm doing. Let's go ahead. I think we go against this comp. I think we probably go plated and then warmongs maybe.
Your turret in splinters.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it, folks. Man, we're getting big on this Cho'Gath, aren't we? 4,000 health. It's a little bit. Not as much as we would like, though. How do we get Heartsteel stacks? How do you get Heartsteel stacks? For each gain it. How do you get stacks? Nah, I thought I can get out of that. I thought I can get out of that with a nice little play. All right, what do we got here? Gain and you deal less damage. I don't care if I gain less damage. Increase movement attack. That's stupid. Gain crit chance. Deal more damage to buttons below 30 health. Rest your basic abilities on takedown. Nah. Deal damage from the ability fires. Now we're gonna do a celestial body.
An enemy's unstoppable. That's two of yours down.
Am I lagging? Oh, I'm lagging hard. Oh, I'm lagging hard. I'm lagging hard. What's going on here? I'm lagging hard. Oh, I'm super lagging, man. Why's my movement speed so bad? Oh, there it goes. We went back to normal. That was weird. job, you guys. Good job, you guys. Good job, you guys. I don't care. I just want to get my item anyway. I don't care. I want to get my item. Increase your max health by half your mana. And that's stupid. Every fourth attack, you can critically defend using your crit chance, giving you a crit chance to reduce damage, gain 25%. Getting massive shield. You massive decaying. Oh, okay, interesting. And movement speed. Explode when you die, dealing massive true damage. I think we're gonna do increase max health by half. That's only 500. It's not that much. We're gonna go escape, I guess.
Glad I'm not stuck up there. You could use that for vision. Probably.
We just have too much damage, man. We're just too tanky. We're just too tanky. Let's go. We're just too good, Yanara. Let's go. Good job, Yanara. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, on fire. Tanks are so bust in this game mode. Yeah, good job, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yes. Yo, Sandbag, what's going on, man? If you guys have not checked out Sandbag, he was my duo caster. What a great job, too, Sandbag. I was talking about how I was super impressed, a little intimidated. It's something to strive for, you guys. He is very, very good. Maybe outshone me a little bit, but he is something to strive for. If you guys have not checked out Sandbag, I'm glad you came in here. I'm not sure what your stream name was. Now we have ourselves, guys, check out this channel. Sandbag right here. Thank you so much. It was so much fun streaming with you, dude, as well. Thank you for the follow. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't do a 5v5. If we can't, we'll see what else we do. I know we're a little bit short on viewers today. We're a little short on viewers because we're so early. Usually, either way, I'm going to throw you the follow. And either way, Sandbag, thank you so much, man. Really did a great job, didn't he? Really did a great job, man. Yeah. Phenomenal. Very early for viewers here, guys. Usually we have a few more people in here, definitely a few more active players. However, we are about 3 hours before we normally stream, so missing a lot of our regulars. That's no big deal, though. Absolutely, Sandbag. Let's do it, you guys. Hey, we got a game right now, y'all. Here it is. Take a look. I'm going to throw on this screen for you guys. Create custom. Cal from Cali's game. The password is capital CFC. Capital CFC is the password, you guys. Tournament draft. If we want to play a 5v5, let's do a mixed game. Hop on if you want to play. We will balance based on rank. Let's see if we have enough. We might not have enough, you guys. Let's give it a try, though. If you want to play, hop on in. I will be casting it. Yeah, right, Malik. I'm going for another hour and a half. That's it. If that. We're nearing the end already. Long week. Good looking squad. Got some high elo players in here for sure. I'm NA though, Sandbag, so that might be the issue. I am NA though. I'm realizing that. You might not be able to play. I just realized you're in Ireland, man. Yeah, no big deal if not. No big deal if not. We can try again at some other time, but I am NA. Cal, check general. Funny. Riot moment in the lobby. What's happening? Shanity, let's do it. Let's do it. No, you're all right. I don't blame you. Shanny, hop on in. There's definitely room. There's definitely room. Hop in. We need to fill this game out. There's absolutely room. My gamers are all EU. No worries, man. Dude, no big deal at all. Absolutely. I will hopefully see you in the future at some point. Sandbag, you're more than welcome to come by the channel whenever you want. However, you might be asleep by the time we start. Like I said, I normally start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, guys. It is currently 12:30 for me. So normally I would start 2.5 hours from now. If you guys are watching from EU. We do these games all the time, though. If you guys ever want to play in these 5v5 games, you're more than welcome to come in. You guys play. I shoutcast. It's a lot of fun. Anyone's able to play. Anyone is able to play. All ranks are welcome. We occasionally, when we have enough players, we do split up games by rank. So you're playing with players in your same elo. However, today, because we're so slow in here today, we are only going to go ahead and just go into mixed games. Anyone who wants to play can. We're going to mix with the teams. Yeah. My client is updating. All good, Shannon D. Get it finished. No big deal. I'll go ahead and get this balancer opened up, ready to go. I am getting a little bit tired, I'll admit, too, guys. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. Definitely nearing the end of my stream tonight. I need to get some food in me if I want to do this better. I need to get a better breakfast. My breakfast was a little bit light today. I'm realizing how hungry I'm feeling all of a sudden. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get these players in here. We're going to let you guys log in while I fill this out. I know. I need to get something, man. I'm getting a little bit hungry. We're not going to go super long today. Just Yike Things. What do we have you as ranked yesterday? Just Yike Things. What do we have you as ranked yesterday, big dog? Emerald 4. Paladin, Prestige Pig. What do I have you guys ranked? What did I have you guys ranked as, please? Guys, you will be added to this list next season. We have not updated the list, though, since the end of the season. Paladin? Whoops. Yeah, sure. If we play another one, David, absolutely, man. Of course. Of course you can. Silver. Gold 4? Gotcha. Yo, what's going on, Miro Panic? How you doing? Good to have you in here. All right. Guys, real quick. Take a look at your names. Take a look at your names. If your roles are not correct, let me know. Take a look at your names. If your roles are not correct, please let me know via chat, via Discord, via stream chat, or in league chat. Either one. Allison, mid support. Anyone else? Anyone else? I got a couple people. Phil. If you want to switch up your roles, let me know now. Anyone else? Anyone else? Let me know now. Give you 10 seconds. Here you go, guys. Here are the teams. Here are the teams. Here are the roles. Here are the teams. Here are the roles. Take a look at that. Oh, man. Saturday, guys. If you are new to the channel, though, my name is Cal. Hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. If you guys want to be truly amazing, hit that sub button, but you do not have to. The sub is completely optional. The follow is actually optional as well, but it's free, so you might as well do it. You can join the Discord as well if you guys want to join the Discord. All that fun stuff. Great to have you in here. Thank you for joining us on this bonus Friday stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having a lot of fun with these CWL games. I know I'm a little bit tired afterwards, so my streaming afterwards maybe a little subpar. But we have Tuesdays and Thursdays, high energy days both those days, so we got lots of high energy, high octane streaming in here. We can have some chill days every now and then. Booney with the biddies, man. Thank you so much, Boone. I appreciate it, brother. That is too kind, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, team number 1 still missing somebody. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Can you please switch to team number 1? I'm a loser. Gonna need a swap up from you, big dog. There you go. Nice. That's correct. The final is Samurai Jax versus Panda Steve. It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be exciting, folks. That's coming on Tuesday. Best of 3 finale. See who takes the victory. All right, let me know when you guys are ready to go. We'll get this game started. Let me know when y'all are ready. And we'll get this show on the road, folks. Loser and I are swapping. Sounds good. A little bit, Booney. Yeah, Booney. It's gonna be platinum above, probably. I'd be surprised if a platinum player actually makes it into the finale. I think it's probably going to be emerald and above. I mean, Andy, we'll have platinum players will be allowed to sign up and everything, but the chances of them actually being selected in the draft is probably pretty slim. Because we're gonna have 24 people on the draft board. Only 8 of them are going to be selected. So if it happens to have a really good plat player on the draft board, maybe they get picked, but chances are it's going to mainly the top lane players going. All right, team 2 ready. Waiting on team 1. Boom clap, team 1 ready. Here we go, y'all. Let's do this. Someone needs my Nautilus. I can feel it. And Jarvan is going to be selected. Or going to be banned out. Sion gets banned out from team number 1.
A true hunter never rests.
It's going to depend on the signups, guys. We are going to have signups day of, though. The signups going to be live for like an hour and a half. You'll have a lot of time to sign up. We will start stream. The signups will start as soon as we start stream. And they will go all the way till about 15 minutes before draft.
Ignorant thrall.
And Jarvan Diana taking off the field. A little worried about Boom Clap in the jungle, I believe. Three bans for Yike, man. They are worried about him. The Volibear, the Scion, the Rengar. And it's good to have you in here, by the way. No Fern bans. Keeping the ADCs open. And Rise is going to be the first champion chosen. I think my client is effed. Are you in this game, Teotrid? Can League get back-to-back MVPs? Time will tell. MVPs are they aren't prizes for the MVPs in this game. We can do an MVP vote. Everyone's clients mess it up. That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. Gotta stretch. Woo, I'm tired today, guys. I'm gonna lean back and I'm gonna cast the game like this. Can we do a lean back casting? The client's really messed up right now, man. It's really bad. Okay, DMX, that's a bummer. We're gonna have to do some manual entry for CFC balancing in season 2. All right, Yanara, Aurora, and Rel being chosen for team number 2, ADC, mid laner, and support. Team number 1 look to go the same exact way. Grab their mid laner, grab their ADC, grab their support.
We charge cancellation fee.
And the Riot client side, APIs can't see the lobby and draft without applying getting a developer API from Riot. Ooh, all right.
My heart was already broken.
So we can automate the stats in game, but not pre-game. Oh, okay, okay. And final ban of the game is going to be Malphites. Getting rid of the Viego, getting rid of the Malphite. So double jungle ban from team number 1. Team number 2, ban out the Mundo, ban out the Gwen, double top lane ban. And it looks like they're going to select the Ornn, I believe, as their top laner. Solid pick right there. Might be Boxing on that. Boxing is a good Ornn player. And Ornn gets selected as the top laner for team number 2. Both teams with a shield breaker. I said 24, subject to change. I was thinking 24. I know it leaves a lot of people undrafted, but I want the captains to have a wide range of players to choose from. But that might be changed. We will let you guys know, keep you updated. Yo, Olympus, what's going on, man? How you doing? Daytime CFC, not for long, Olympus. I'm sorry, my man. Not for very long. It is unfortunately, I'm already a little bit tired. I've already been streaming for about 3 hours, about to hit our 4th hour here in a little bit, so. All right, take a look at these comps, you guys. If you guys want to make a prediction just for the hell of it, if you guys want to make a prediction just for the heck of it, you guys can right now start a prediction. Which team do you think is going to get that W? Team 1 on the left-hand side, Team 2 on the right-hand side. CWL casting was really good, dude. Really good. I had a lot of fun. My caster was really good. My co-caster was really knowledgeable. Yeah, really enjoyed casting with my co-caster. He knew his stuff a lot. So that was fun to see. Intimidating a little bit, but I thought I held my own. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, and it's always cool. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. CWL is a fun little thing. I know if you guys want to stop by and watch it, you can. It's going to be Friday morning, every Friday, so it's just on the Friday mornings. You guys can come to my stream and see the behind the scenes a little bit. You can see the production notes and stuff, or you can head over to Cobalt Wins, which is currently pinned, and that one also has like the official cast. You can see it a little more professional. Zach is OP. We'll see right now if that's the case. Guys, make your predictions. Who do you think is going to get this W? Team 1 on the top, Team 2 on the bottom. If you want to put some Cal coins up for grabs, now is your chance. Who do you think is going to take home this victory? Yeah, how does Rise not have summoners? Why does Rise not have runes? That's weird. Yeah, I think Phase Rush a little bit better on Rise. I think Phase Rush probably a little bit better on Rise, but it each their own. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for a CFC exhibition match. Team 1 on the blue side, Team 2 on the red side. We're going to see which one of these powerhouses come out on top. And teams making their way out onto the rift, onto their lanes. You got Rise versus Aurora in the mid lane. It's going to be Yi in the jungle. Just Yike Thing's going to grab his Yi. Seems to know this champion pretty well. Phase Rush will be nerfed, apparently. Next patch. That's what they're saying in chat, at least. So apparently Phase Rush going to get a nerf. It's a little OP right now. And early fight, it is going to be a boom clap. You got boxing going up against Prestige Pig. Very good bot lane from the blue team right now. Leak finds the pole. Fern's going to go in, find a stun as well. Good punch there by Leak. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, doing things on the replay. Well, it's really nice having someone else take care of the camera for me. That's also super nice. I wish we could find a way to do that as well. And Boom Clap taking some damage right now. Paladin trying to find a way in. Level 3 versus level 2. They want to go for the fight. Boom Clap has the ignite. Immediately procs it. That might be enough. First blood goes to Boom Clap on the Riven. Calculated kill right there. Good ignite usage. And Leak might be in trouble. Boxing Paladin on the fight. Leak is going to flash away. Tries to pull Fern under tower. Does not land it. Rel is looking 1v9 this game. Fern, a great champion, a great player. On the Rel this game, helping out Boxing on Yanara. Boxing did a good job CSing so far. A little bit ahead. This big wave for Prestige Pig, though. Going to put it right back in the lead. And there goes Rel looking for that flash. Does find a stun onto the The Leak, good hook there by the Leak, though. Still, Yanara finds the auto attack, gets the kill. Fern might be in trouble. Prestige Pig looking for the kill right now. Here comes Just Yike. They got the flash. Boxing Paladin going right back in. They want to go for a 2v1, but Just Yike thing. Right place, right time. The Alpha Strike gets the kill. 2-2. Teams evened up on the kills. Auto W auto. One shot. Beautiful play there. Yanara picks up a kill. So does the Aphelios. Yanara stays alive, however. She's going to back buy some items. Aphelios grabbing what they can. Good back by Yanara. That wave is going to slowly shove into the red team. It might be a good place for the Yanara. It might crash, though. It looks like it's going to crash before Yanara can get there. So a little bit of missed minions for Yanara. And Aurora trying to find some poke onto Rise. So easy to hit that passive. So easy to hit that poke, too. Her Electrocute is very strong. Really strong champion. Really quick burst damage. Unsurprising amount of burst. Even early game without any items. Still seems to do a lot. And look at that. Just chunk of health taken from Rise right there. Absolutely insanity. And Boomclap looking to dive in. Finds a good stun onto Paladin. Paladin driving right back at him. Meanwhile, we have a fight here. Bot lane. Fern dives in. Has a good knockup onto Leak. Leak's trying to run away. Doesn't have the hook, though. The hook is going to land. Fern might be in trouble. Prestige Pig throwing some damage. And meanwhile, topside fight still happening. Paladin taking on this Riven. Getting that health bar low. Not getting that solo kill, though. Score remains 2-2 as we see Jin Blossoms throwing in a nice little chunk of damage onto Allison. Allison with that arcane comment does not have that speed to run away like they would like. And Riven, level 6 right now. Ignite available as well. Can she go in for a fight? The Blade of the Exile. There they go in. Paladin going to try to push her off. Very low health on the Riven right now. Is going to be enough. Good stun there. That's going to be it. Boomclap finds another one. The flash stun Ignite Blade is going to be enough. Blade of the Exile's used, and that's going to be an easy kill. Boomclap picks up a second one. Paladin thought they might have gotten a solo right there, judging by how low that health bar was. But calculated kill from the Riven. And Yi picks up the first Drake of the game at the 6-minute mark. It's going to be a Chemtech Drake. Good little buff over there for the red team. They are down gold, down 1 kill because of that Riven. And Paladin dives in again, wants another fight, knows that the Riven doesn't have her ultimate, but a lot of damage onto this Ornn right now. And Zach looking for a gank, but they are going to catch them on vision. Zach does go over the wall, immediately gets stunned by Rel. Zach can't find a pull. Good vision by the red team. Zach unable to get some good ganks in this game so far. And Paladin finds Boomclap under tower, looking to go for a kill. They way down CS this game, down 20 farm. Riven getting her ultimate back here in a second, still doesn't have Ignite. And Boxing might be in trouble. I'm a loser on the chase right now. Are they going to go for the pull? Big hook there onto the play. Yanara goes down. Leak finds a pull. That's 4 kills now for the blue team. Huge play by Blitzcrank. Me neither, man. Boomclap showing off here on the Riven this game. 59 CS, 2-0. Looking solid for the top lane. Thought he was going to go in earlier. He chose his moment. Here comes the Yi looking for a kill. Do they want to dive this play? And that's going to be it. Ornn's going to go in. Yi goes into with the Alpha Strike. That's going to be a kill. Shutdown goes to Just Yike Things. 2-0 now for the Yi red team. Going to be relying on their jungler to carry this game. Yi looking good, though, in the beginning. 2-0 start. Feeling good for the red team. Yikes playing well. He knows this champion. He is very good with Yi. And Allison starting to put some pressure here onto Aurora. Rise starting to build up. Has the tier. Double Ruby Crystal. A little extra health there as well. Makes it hard to poke him down. Prestige Pig trying to hold on to the CS advantage. Here comes Fern. Can they find the stun? Rel not able to find that stun. Had the flash. They didn't want to go for it, though. Would have been a 2v1 if they did. Would have liked to see that play. Prestige Pig has flashed themselves, though. Probably could have gotten out. And Fern gonna miss the stun right there. Cannot land it. Prestige Pig still throwing in the abilities. Has that chakram available. Great weapon combination here by Prestige Pig. The weapon combination you look for to do some damage to get a kill. I mean, you need some good sleep. And here comes Rise with the Realm Warp trying to help out right now, but he is not going to be able to take it. He misses the Realm Warp, and he cannot join his team. Weird play there. Meanwhile, Paladin finds the Riven for the solo kill. Great job there, taking down Boom Clap. Fed Riven somehow goes down. Used Ignite as well. But Ornn had that in the bag. Great play there by the top lane. And Zac is going to dive in. Paladin has a good dive out, though. Zac might not have enough damage here topside. We're looking at bot side, though. Just yike things. The Yi is here looking for the Blitzcrank. That's going to be a good Alpha Strike. Yanara gets the kill. And the red team find another one. Just yike things. Not done yet. Prestige Pig under tower. He has another Alpha Strike. That's going to get rid of the tower aggro. And great play there by Just yike things. He picks up another kill. Looking strong for the red team now. Ornn has to be the only champion that can just kill people for no understandable reason. I do not know how Ornn beat that Riven, but gets that W. He is fighting once again. Boom Clap getting hit by a big chunk of damage. And that's going to be a good play by Jim Blossom. Between the world, going to dodge out that Zac stuns. Fern is here as well. Just Yike thing coming in to join the fight. Allison has to flash away. I'm a loser trying to grab up some of those blobs, a little bit of the health back. And Yi does not want to go fully in with that Alpha Strike. Meanwhile, Leek is here looking for a pull. Can he find anybody? No pull opening for the blue team. Red team still hold on that lead. Just Yike things on the Yi. Still looking very strong. Yeah, top laners, those tanky top laners just seem to do way too much damage, right, man? I agree with that. Brittle sheds the armor. Meanwhile, red team, they're looking at a dragon fight right now. That Drake is going to reset. 4 blue team members currently surrounding it. Red team, they don't want to go for this fight, just those two. Aurora coming in to help. Do they want to contest this? Yee's trying to heal up. Rel's going to pop over the wall. Fern looking for an opportunity. Magnet Storm is not available. They're going to dive in anyway. Boxing Paladin in the backside. He's going to jump in. A huge play by the Blitzcrank. The Lightning Crash going to go silence onto everybody. The blue team have a fight right here. Rise finds a play. Yanara goes down. Jim Blossom's the only one left alive, but they are not very low health. Allison taking a big chunk too. The auto attack gets a double kill, and Aurora comes out on top. Blue team are going to be able to secure this Drake. Possibly Zac is going to drive off it. He does not have the health to keep fighting it. And that Drake does not go to the blue team. The red team finds some clutch kills. Aurora walks away with 2+ kills. Interesting fight there. Never chase the Aurora, man. And I'm a loser. Going to work on that jungle. Riven making her way back topside to fight this Ornn possibly. Yi is currently on the objective. Putting down a ward. Does not want to start it just yet. He is going to go ahead and start, I believe, Alpha Strike active. So the dragon has begun. Zac currently topside. Not going to go for that contest. Riven built silly into a tank, says Kingfire. Not a fan of this Riven's build. And it's looking pretty good. Orange seems to be enjoying it. Seems to be winning some of these trades. Boom Clap under tower. Does not have ultimate. Does have ignite, though. And Riven going for a proxy farm, it looks like. Here comes the Rise, maybe with the Realm Warp. He's going to bring the Zac with him. Can't leak, find the pole. That's going to be enough. I'm Fern has to use the Magnet Storm. Big damage coming in. Here comes the Yi as well. Yunara throwing in a huge chunk of change. Fern is looking low on health with the Alpha Strike. They're going to take down the ADC first. Yi does not survive. Rise gets the kill. Fern getting low. Rise with a double kill. And the blue team find a clutch fight. Yunara gets pulled back into danger. One more kill might be enough. The triple kill goes to Allison on the Rise. Blue team find their carry. Great play by the Rise. Huge Realm Warp. He's going to bring the Blitzcrank with him, or the Zac with him. And they secure some clutch kills. Going to take that gold lead as well. 600 gold lead to the blue side. They grab the kill lead along with it. Some solid damage onto Rise. That tower is gone. Here comes Riven under tower right now. The Rel is there. Good stun by the Riven. Riven might be in trouble. Paladin here as well. Going to activate the call of the Forge Gods. Riven does not dodge it out. Good knock up there. Paladin not done chasing. The Rel wants the stun. Is going to take the kill. Meanwhile, Aurora finds a sweet kill on the Rise. We're going to watch that one back in the beginning, you guys. Take a look at this Aurora going against Rise. Rise a little bit low on health. Aurora sees it and goes immediately between the worlds, goes invisible. Quick kill by Jin Blossoms. Probably should have backed Rise, making a small mistake there. And Blitzcrank looking for the hook, throws out the flash, does not land it. Good try by the blue squad. More Orange just shoving like a beast right now. Paladin really getting big. The Riven is going to use a teleport to come join topside. Doesn't want to let that tower go completely. Big wave as well. Doesn't want to miss this wave. And Fern's gonna dive in. League has the pull though from Boxing Paladin looking low. Here comes Aurora. The red team have a clutch fight right here. Aurora's gonna miss one of their abilities under tower. League taking a bunch of tower shots. Aurora finds the play. Prestige Pig goes down. Somehow the Blitzcrank makes it out, but meanwhile topside, another fight goes in. Zac is gonna find the Yi. The blue team have a Paladin in their sights as well. Allison throwing in a ton of damage. Paladin is gonna flash away, but Zac over the wall finds the kill. Great play by I'm a Loser. Blue team hold on to a slight gold lead, but they are not done yet. Aurora finds another one, evens up that gold lead, and they have a tower to take. Big play by the red side. 5-0 mid laner Jin Blossoms starting to come alive. It's too early for me. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Although I'm not sure how much longer we're going. This might be the only game tonight, you guys. A little bit slow in here. It's one thing if you were bump it up at 60, 70 people, but it's a little bit slow. I am very, very hungry. I'm definitely a little bit tired. We got an exciting game at least. At least this game that we're playing is super exciting. 13-13. 400 gold difference between these two teams right now. Blue team with a very slight lead. Red team have their objective lead, though. And Aurora 5-0 trying to take over this game for the red team. You got the Zac on the other side as the Fed jungler trying to help out his team with the secure. And Leak getting poked right now. Jim Blossoms, the Aurora, doing a lot of damage to anyone on the field. Good job there, poking out the Blitzcrank. And we have more fights happening mid. The Yi is there. Zach trying to dive in to help out his ADC. It's a little bit too late. No real damage done. Dragon has spawned, though. Third Drake of the game. Going to be an Infernal Drake. Red team making their way over here. They want to secure this. They are down gold. It is a dead even game right now as far as gold go. Boomclapp's going to find Fern. Does not really want to take it, though. Orange is going to teleport in. The blue team surrounded this TP. Can they find a quick kill? They get the knock up onto Paladin. Huge play. Massive play by Zach. He's going to activate the bounce. Allison dives in. She has the Between Worlds. Big play there onto the Rise. And Yi is going to find the Rivet. It does not matter. Jim Blossom's trying to get out. Allison on the chase. Cannot find the last auto attack. A double kill over to the Ornn. And the blue team are stuck out of nowhere. Great job by the red squad. Yi picks up another one. 6 kills over to the Yi. They head over to the Drake. This is going to be the third Drake of the game. And Zach with a massive ultimate just was not enough. He might go for a steal here, though. And Zach is ready for a steal. He's trying to run away right now. Fern is chasing him. They don't want to let him go for a free steal. He goes over the wall. He's going to get the smite. I'm a loser with the clutch play. Has the flash. Steals the dragon. What a smite. Great job by Zach. Gets the play. And he is not done. He goes over the wall. He's going to find the Yi as well. Zach picks up another one. And they are not done yet. They are on the chase. 3 red team members. Janari here as well. Good job by Fern. Hits the stun. They're putting a lot of damage onto Blitzcrank. Focusing their attention onto Zach now. The Aphelios goes in with the ultimate. He's going to hit the Moonlight Vigil. Blitzcrank lands the hook onto Boxing. Boxing survives. He runs away. They're trying to find Zach. Zach has the dive. It's not going to be enough. Yanar picks up another kill. Boomclap over the wall. Maybe a little aggressive between worlds. Aurora. She's going to help her team get there. A double kill for the Aurora. Down goes the Aphelios, and the red team find a clutch fight. Zach going in for the kill, going in for the dragon, gets it. They should have left after that. They went a little aggressive, and red team finds some easy kills, get some nice gold into some big opponents. Aurora and Yi getting fed off that play. Very overzealous. And Aurora 7-0, looking so strong this game. Going for a little bit of a burn build, it looks like. And they are here with the Riven. Immediately goes invisible. Riven's going to flash around. So red team with those 5 kills. Great job there. However, the gold lead still only about 1,000 gold lead, so not a huge gold lead. That might be a little bit bigger here. They do find Allison. Allison has the Realm Warp if she wants to get out. Here comes Yi as well. They're going to activate the Realm, but wait a second. They're going to pull it out of the Realm Warp. Allison is in trouble. Yi looking to come help right now. The Rise doing a lot of damage to Boxing Paladin. Allison trying to find an opening. Here comes the Yi to finish out this play. Easy Alpha Strike for the Yi. Easy kill. The Jungler picks up another one. And red team looking good right now. Meanwhile, Boxing Paladin is going to find the Riven in a fight. Riven looking a little bit low, takes a big chunk of damage. Does have a little bit of dash out. Has the Blade of Exile. Is ready to go as well. Paladin cannot find the knockup. And Zach dives in, finds a good steal. Once again, gets stolen from the Yi, but Yi is not done with this. He's going to activate the Highlander. He has the Alpha Strike as well. Zach goes in with the Let's Bounce. It might be enough. Very low health onto that Yi. Zach is not done yet. He wants to find a kill. Cannot find that Yi. Very close to hitting that play. And I'm a loser. 2-1-7 and not making this job easy on the Yi. That Thornmail doing a lot of work. Yi almost killing himself. Medjai is a scary item that gives you the major bad luck debuff. That is true. Medjai's curse is real. And Zach, he's going to dive in onto 3 of them. Cannot find the stun and fail. Rel stuns him. Zach does not have the passive. Big between the worlds by Aurora. That's a lot of damage. The Aphelios trying to do what he can, but the red team find a quick kill into Zach. They take down the Aphelios. It is just the Blitzcrank left, and the red team find a clutch dive. Get some kills mid. Here comes Ornn. The call of the Forge God is not going to be active. They're going to stun him out of it. Boomclap might still be in trouble. Ornn has the dive. Going to flash forward, looking for that kill. Boomclap alive. Might have the auto attack. There's the shield onto the Riven. And both top laners barely survive. Neither one wants to go for that kill. And close fight there top. Absolutely, Kingfire. Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth? All right, red team now with the 2K gold lead. It's starting to rise up a little bit. It was 1,000 a second ago. They're getting some objectives. They're getting good CS. So red team 1,000 gold difference, 2,000 gold difference now. Looking for this next objective to spawn. It will be a dragon spawn. Aurora finds a nice little poke onto Allison. Doing so much damage. 9-0 Aurora. Absolutely phenomenal job this game. And we have another fight happening topside. Paladin versus Boomclap. They are going at each other. Paladin seems to be okay with it. Boomclap does not have Ignite. Does have the ultimate available though. And another fight. Amaluz is going to dive in. Massive play by the Zach. Finds two red team members, but cannot get the pull. Eventually pull this together, but he is alone now with no passive. This does not look good for him. He's going to use Let's Bounce, a little bit of health, but not enough. Meanwhile, Riven looks like they got that solo kill back, taking down the Ornn. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but the red team, they have a dragon. Blue team without a jungler are going to have to give this away. Free Drake to the red squad. They maintain the lead. Jim Blossoms over the wall is going to find Prestige Pig. Looking for that kill. A lot of damage on the Prestige Pig. Jim Blossoms might just have it. The health is not going to be enough. Rise finds Janara. Aurora finds Aphelios. And both team ADCs back to the grave. Cleaver makes the Riven. Well, Riven's looking solid right now with that black Cleaver. Zach jumping in a little aggressive lately, huh? Being a little bit confident right now. Had a great start of the game. Starting to die a little bit more than he needs to. And Yi over the wall is going to find the Rise. Rise is going to realm warp right next to himself. Allison. Maybe a little misclick right there. Probably a little bit of a panic ult. Insane Rise ult. Allison, a little bit of a misclick with that ultimate, I am sure. Just ulted about 10 feet away. Dies anyway with the Alpha Strike. The Yi went with him. That's right. The Yi timed that out so they went with him. That was a pretty good impressive play by the Just Yike things. Alpha Strike is a crazy ability. He can do some pretty nuts things. And Jim Blossom's going to find Leak. Immediately goes in. Has a little bit of a trade right now. I'm a loser there as well. Good damage onto the Blitzcrank. And Boomclap ready to fight once again. Ornn not winning these trades anymore ever since Boomclap got that black Cleaver. Makes it very easy to win these trades, it feels like. Boxing Paladin being forced under tower. The red team kind of getting shoved out of river right now. Baron is available. Delta, good to have you back in the stream, man. How are you tonight, broski? Welcome back, brother. And level 17 Riven, level 15 Ornn. Riven has gotten the lead this game. Way more CS. They find the knockup, though. Rel here to help out as well. Paladin tries to find a more play, but Boomclap, just too much mobility. Getting out of danger. Rel not able to catch up. Do my wild card. I love it. So I'll be lurking. No big. I love it, Delta. Hell yeah. Are we playing Rainbow Six tonight? I have Rainbow Six. And great play. League is going to find Fern. Good jank there, but it's on the wrong person. Aurora throws down the Between Worlds. Fern looking low right now. They take down the Blitzcrank. Allison looking low as well. Jim Blossoms might have the fight right here. And down goes the Rise. Boom clap. The last one left. Gonna throw in the Blade of the Exile. It's not going to be enough, though. Triple kill for the Aurora. Yi takes down the Baron. And the red team have control of this game. Big gold lead for the red team. Soul Point spawning shortly. And that is a Baron. Can they end it? 14-0 Aurora. Jin Blossoms absolutely massive this game. Hell yeah, Yarbaggins. We'll see. We'll see if I join you guys. I gotta get some more sleep. I think I'm gonna take a little nap after this, you guys. We'll see how I'm feeling when I wake up. If I want to stream again or what the dealio is. But I'm gonna get some food after this. Get a little nap in, I think, because I'm feeling tired. I'm yawning. I can feel myself yawning. I woke up a little earlier than I needed to today. And Prestige Pig gonna get poked there. Great job now by Boxing, doing a great job. 4, 6, and 11. A lot of damage onto the Aurora, though. Sounds good, Yarbaggins. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's still early for everybody, man. It's late for EST. And I get you. I get you. I mean, it's only, what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon for you guys over there? It's only 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon for me. Finally, Medjai's. Finally, Aurora got the Medjai's. Jin Blossoms feeling good this game. Level 17, 22 stacks on the Medjai's. And red team working on this Soul Point. Paladin's going to go in, start the fight. Jim Blossoms there, putting a ton of damage onto League. League's going to flash forward, try to find the ultimate, or try to find the hook. It's not going to land. Aurora throws the Between Worlds in. Allison looking low. There's a big E as well. Still a lot of damage. Paladin coming to join the fight. Down goes the Rise. Yi times the Dragon. The blue team might be in trouble. They have fights. They have dragons. Yi is alive. The Alpha Strike is available. It might be an ace. And they have a wave. This might just be game over, folks. League is running away. Not sure he's going to make it. Red team trying to finish out this fight. Jim Blossoms on the chase. There's the ace. Can they end the game off this? Small wave coming in with Baron. It might be GG. GG, you guys. Well played, everybody. Red team, they are not done shoving. They have another 10 seconds. They have some waves. They have all 5 members. I have a feeling they can get down these towers fast. And that is a hell of a game. Great job. Bounties on the entirety of the red team. Every single player has a bounty on their head. You love to see it. Great job, players. Really good stuff. Massive game from the Rise. Massive game from the Aurora, too. Both mid laners really kicked some butt. Zach was on fire in the early game. Fell off a little bit in the late game, but that's to be expected with the Yi on the field. I was good bait that entire game. Whatever works, works, right, man? Whatever works, works, my dude. GG, you guys. Really good stuff. Aragon, what is happening, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to see you in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I did better than I expected. I think I'm gonna be done for now. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, you guys. I might come back tonight. Very seldom chance, but you never know. We're gonna throw a raid over to Solar Baka, you guys. He is a Gangplank player, an incredibly good Gangplank player. So please show the man some love. If you have any emotes, make sure you show him the Cal's House emotes ready to go. I will see all of you guys next stream, whether that's tonight or next Tuesday. Get adjusted in Discord. And I had a wonderful, wonderful night, guys. Please show Solobaka some love. He's a great streamer. He's a great dude. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, you guys. I had a great time. Thank you for hanging out with these Friday streams. I know they're early. I'm still figuring out what to do with them. I just need to get some food in me. Maybe need to get a little bit better sleep, but I can go longer. I know we only did about a 4 or 3.5 hour stream today. I would like to go longer than that on Fridays. However, I am feeling very tired and very hungry, and I'm just not going to be a good streamer. So I'm going to call it here. I will get some food. I will get some rest. Maybe I come back. We're going to figure out how to do Fridays a little bit better than this. I want to do my CWL, and then I want to do a nice little 2-3 hour stream afterwards. Today, we did about an hour and a half stream afterwards, so not good enough. But we'll fix it. We'll get better. Please show Solobaka some love, you guys. He's a great streamer. He has actually raided me before, and he has 1,000 people watching him. So if he raids me again, you never know what might happen. Please show him some love. Let him know where you're coming from. I will see all of you guys next stream. I love you guys. As always, don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff, right? Thanks again, folks. Have a great night.